Gotcha. And a very pleasant good evening and welcome to Friday night high school girls and boys basketball here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and streaming with Central Iowa Sports Network, CISN. We have the live stream tonight. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinat. It's Central Iowa Metro League girls and boys basketball, Class 5A girls, Class 4A boys. And Scott, you look at this and it's like, wow, you look at the team's records, 15, 16 games each team has played. You played 21 games during the regular season, so both teams in the final stretch, final 5 or 6 games. And tonight, it's Southeast Polk Rams and Dowling Catholic here at the Dowling Gym. Welcome, Scott.
Yeah, we've had so many great matchups this year, and it's been really fun. I mean, you know, even maybe we had one where we thought, okay, this could be a blowout. Even that was a good one to broadcast for a while there because the competitive level of this league from top to bottom is just awesome. And these two teams like to get after it, and they like to get after each other. So it makes it a really fun game to cover.
Well, it certainly does. And the two teams met back in December, almost 6 weeks ago, Dowling playing at Southeast Polk. And that was on Tuesday, December 13th. And it was Southeast Polk coming from behind to defeat Dowling Catholic 53-50 after Dowling had about a 16-point lead at halftime. It was all Rams gradually in the second half, and they outlasted Dowling by 3. And, oh, by the way, that was Dowling Catholic girls' last loss.
Yes, I mean, I remember that we were sitting there going, tale of two halves, what happened? You know, it was Dowling really did well in the first half. In the second half, I mean, the turnovers built up, but there was a lot of fouls. I mean, I was looking at some of the statistical aspects of it. Dowling actually outshot Southeast Polk from the field, but from the line, Southeast Polk outscored them 20-12, I believe it was. There was 21 turnovers to 8, so they won that battle. They had 4 more offensive rebounds. And then Dowling fouled 22 times compared to 14. So now you're playing back on your heels. You're not as aggressive. And since that time, we've talked about this several games, The Maroons have gotten better at their on-ball defense, being able to effectively defend. We were talking that game how they wanted to shade a lot to the left, but they were shading is almost like an open door to the basket. And so a lot of that has changed for the Maroons. But Southeast Polk, they stress your defense a lot. They move well. They're physical on both sides of the ball, on offense and defense, and they like to get out and run as well.
They certainly do, and they can also shoot. The Rams have come in. They've won 3 in a row. Before that, they had lost 4 of 7 games in one stretch. They were playing without Brooklyn Daly, the daughter of head coach Tracy Daly and the Drake recruit. But she is now back. She missed a couple games, and she also is a 1,000 career point scorer for Southeast Polk. So hats off to congratulations to Brooklyn Daly. And then Stella Charleston, she broke her own record with made threes. She now has 11 made threes in a game earlier this month. And the old record was 10 that she said earlier. So Stella Charleston, Brooklyn Daly, and that, they bring a pretty good firepower to this Dowling team. Rankings just came out, and these rankings are very important for girls basketball because that is where you're seated in the postseason. And Southeast Polk at number 8, records 11-4. Dowling has won 9 in a row. Their record's 12-4, and they remain at number 4, ranked number 4, so therefore a 4 seed. But the Maroons, again, have won 10 of their last 11 games, 9 in a row, and their last loss was back on December 13th. Losing to number 8 Southeast Polk 53-50, as we mentioned earlier. So the Maroons have went on a pretty good winning streak, and now a chance to, I don't know if you'd say avenge, but you look at the schedule, Dowling has about 8 days off because they don't play again for another week. They play in Sioux City a week from tomorrow on Saturday, the February 4th. So they've got some time off, and this game I think has been circled on the calendar for a little bit. Scott Babinett, and we'll see how that all projects. But the Maroons have a little bit something to play for before they have 8 days off.
And both teams, we were talking about this off air, how the difference of the first game, Dowling came in, and we were talking they're lingering around 7 or 8 in the rankings, and they need to start getting the winning streak. Otherwise, they're going to go towards a 2 seed when it gets to regionals or to the playoff seedings. And now, here 6 weeks later, we're talking about Southeast Polk's playing to stay in to host a number 1 seed for one of those regions going into playoffs. So both teams have a lot to fight for. If you're Dowling, you want to keep your winning streak going and keep improving your status going up the charts, and you also want to get back and get the win at the home court against Southeast Polk, who came back on you in December. And both coaches are probably coming in this going, hey, we need 32 minutes. We don't need 16. We need 32. That's, for the game 1, Southeast Polk's best 16 was better than Dowling's, and that was the difference there.
We mentioned tonight we are simulcasting with CISN and their group, Pete Tarpey, Aaron Bandy, and Jose Guzman, who is producing on the TV side, and Jennifer Phelps on Iowa Catholic Radio. On our radio side, Mark Hamadale alongside Scott Babinett. Other games going on tonight, and one of the other ones is also being broadcast on CISN. That's Ankeny at Waukee Northwest, Urbandale's at Waukee, Ankeny Centennials at Johnston, and West Des Moines Valley has the night off. They'll be in action tomorrow as West Des Moines Valley will host Iowa City High. And that game will not be at Valley's gym. It'll be at Valley Southwoods with the boys' game tomorrow with City High beginning at 1:30 and the girls' game beginning at 4:45. So they had to move some things around, including the schedule. So Valley's off tonight, but they'll be playing City High tomorrow. Other games in the Iowa Alliance Conference has Roosevelt at East, North at Ottumwa, Marshalltown at Mason City, Fort Dodge at East Waterloo, and Cedar Falls travels to Ames, and both Hoover and Lincoln teams have the night off. We're going to take our break. We'll be back after this 1-minute break here on the pregame show. Dowling hosting Southeast Polk here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. We'll be back with starting lineups when we return here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we are back here at the Dowling Catholic Gymnasium as we get set for girls and boys basketball doubleheader on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN on this Friday, January 27th and 2023. I want to welcome all our viewers and listeners tonight. And what a matchup, a rematch. Dowling and Southeast Polk, as both these teams played each other back in December, and it was the Southeast Polk Rams in the girls game defeating Dowling 53-50. Let's take a look at our starting lineups before we get to some of our keys to the game from Scott Babinett. And for Southeast Polk, their head coach is Tracy Daly in her 11th year, as the Rams right now have 11 wins, 4 losses. They're ranked 8th in Class 4A. They've come in winning 3 in a row. But before that, they had lost 4 of the last 7 games. And they will start this lineup tonight. At one guard, J.C. Mitchell, 5'5" senior, averaging 7.5 points. She'll wear number 4. The other guard is Alyssa Bartlett, 5'6" sophomore, averaging 10.5 points. Leads the team with just under 6 rebounds, just over 4 assists, and 38 steals. So she leads the team in 3 categories, and Bartlett will wear number 10. And the third guard is Stella Charleston, a 5'8" senior. And she's headed to Dordt College up in northwest Iowa, team leader, averaging 13.1 points a game, and leads the team in shooting percentage with 43%, and made 3. She set a school record in one game with 11, but she has 47 made 3s, does Charleston. She'll wear number 24. And at one forward, Brooklyn Daly, the coach's daughter, a 6-foot senior, going to be at Drake University next year. She averages 12 points, 4.5 rebounds, and Daly will wear number 22. And the other forward is Eva Solseth, a 5'10" junior, leads the team with 13 blocks, averaging 6.5 points, and Solseth will wear number 42. So it'll be Mitchell, Bartlett, Charleston for Southeast Polk, Daly, and Solseth at the forwards. And Coach Daly in her 11th year at Southeast Polk, 187 wins, 64 losses, assisted by Emily Zalick, Chuck Engel, Joel Van Coten, and James Reth. The Rams come in averaging just under 59 points on offense, and they give up just under 47 points on defense. Now let's take a look at Dowling Catholic. The head coach is Christian Meyer in her 7th year, 118 wins, 37 losses, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. The Maroons come in with a record of 12-4, ranked 4th in Class 5A, and they won 9 in a row. They'll start this lineup at one guard, the point guard, Ava Zedeker, a 5'10" sophomore, team leader, averages 20 points a game and leads the team in assists with 3.5, and she'll wear number 13. The other guard is Layla Tritton, 5'8" sophomore, averaging 7 points. She'll wear number 15. And Julia Moore is the third guard, a 5'6" senior, averaging 7 points. She'll wear number 21. At one forward for Dowling, Ellie Olson, a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 1.5 points, wearing number 5. And the other forward is Lauren Frericks, a 5'10" senior, averaging 6 points. So the Maroons come in averaging 54 points on offense, give up 46 points on defense. And now we'll take a break and come back with the starting lineups. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood. Mark Hambadale, Scott Babinett from the Dowling Gym, back with the tip-off in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
We are so much more
Than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are.
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadeo here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. And Scott, before we went to we already had our starting lineups. Let's take a look at the keys to tonight's game that you see fit. Again, the rematch between Dowling and Southeast Polk in this girls contest. And again, the first meeting won by Southeast Polk 53-50. 6 weeks ago, back on December 13th of last year, and your thoughts coming into tonight. Both teams on winning streaks. Rams have won 3 in a row. Dowling has won 9 in a row.
Well, you want to see which team's going to be able to play effective defense without fouling. Which team will get out and get the easiest baskets off the break and help their offense by scoring some easy points. And then, which the battle of the rebounds, I've talked to this assistant coaches at Dowling a lot. Whoever wins turnovers and rebounding battles tends to win these games. So that would be what I'd be looking at.
All right, and we're underway as Tyler Brady, our lead official, tossed the ball in the air, and the tip is up and won by Southeast Polk. They're going left to right. We're in their black uniforms, gold numbers, their road uniforms. Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and trim. And now a ball loose on the floor. We got traveling the first turnover of the game on Southeast Polk as Bartlett had the ball against Dowling's man-to-man, and she slipped and fell right there at the left elbow. Dowling basketball as we're underway. Yeah,
that was a good solid defense there for the Maroons to start the game. One of the things that I was noticing statistically, Mark, is Southeast Polk's leading rebounder is their smallest player on the court. She averaged 7 rebounds a game at 5'6". So that tells me they shoot a lot of threes, and you have to, those long rebounds, Dowling's have to take care of.
And we got a whistle and a foul on Southeast Polk underneath as Zedeker was being guarded. And they're going to get Alyssa Bartlett with the first foul of the contest. So that'll put Ava Zedeker, Dowling's leading scorer, at the free throw line. Her first one up and good. So it's 1-0 Dowling. Zedeker, 86% free throw shooter on the year. And a correction about tomorrow's game with Valley and City High. The second free throw is good. That game has been moved up because of the weather. Boys will be at noon, girls at 1:30. Again, all those games we played tomorrow at Valley Southwoods, not Valley High School. They're hosting the JV wrestling meet at the field house. So Valley Southwoods with City High. And hopefully that'll get taken place because there is some weather.
Right.
And we'll see if Iowa City makes it down. And now here's Southeast Polk down court. Stella Charleston with the basket with the left hand. And we're tied at 2 here in the first quarter. Dowling and Southeast Polk. Zedeker down the lane. Her shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Southeast Polk. And the Maroons now in business. That foul is on Alyssa Bartlett, and that'll be her second foul in the first 59 seconds of the game.
Yeah, and Bartlett is their leading rebounder, who I was talking about the last possession. So that's an effective drive. That's a purposeful drive to get there, and then she got the finish this time, which is just tops the ice cream cone and the cherry on the top of the ice cream sundae, whatever I'm trying to say that.
Well, they tried to double team Zedeker,
right,
and they did, and the free throw is good, so the and one in play. 5 points for Zedeker, and it's 5-2 Dowling over 8th-ranked Southeast Polk. 4th-ranked Dowling. They're in a man-to-man defense as they have the ball top of the key. Long three up by Daly. It's no good. Dowling boxes out, rebound Zedeker. Maroons 3-on-3 fast break, and the corner goes to Frericks. Her shot is blocked by Daly, and now the ball slapped around, and Daly gets it back after the rebound by Solseth. Rams with it. This is Charleston in the lane. Kicks it over in the corner. Mitchell for three. It's short. Rebound Ellie Olsen and Dowling. Maroons running. They go right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling gym. Here's Julia Moore down the lane. It opened up. Layup good. Julia Moore with the left hand. Somebody other than Ava Zedeker, and Dowling leading by 5, 7-2.
And Dowling has to like the way they're probing that and get into the lane effectively. I mean, it's 3 layup opportunities right there, and that's what they want. Those are the easy shots we were talking about in pregame.
Well, nobody picked up Moore, and she had the C parted and went right down the lane and scored. Rams with it, 15 on the shot clock. They try to get it inside to Dalen. It's broken up, but retrieved by Mitchell. Mitchell has it right wing. Now they get it inside to Daly. She turns, spins, her shot up, no good. Rebound Ellie Olsen. Maroons running. Here's Zedeker in the middle of the lane, and reach-in foul on the Rams. And this time it'll be J.C. Mitchell with the foul. It'll be out of bounds to Dowling.
Yeah, I think it looked like Daly got bumped there inside, and Dowling got away with the one. So Coach Daly's looking for that call.
And head coach Tracy Daly just got a bench warning. And if you remember, not too long ago, she got tossed from one of these games a couple years ago, and that's just a warning. Now whistling a foul on Southeast Polk, and they're going to get Van Coten with the foul, who's in there with her first.
I never got a bench warning when I was coaching, Mark.
Is that a badge of honor? I think it should be.
I just think I deserved at least one. I didn't get one. I'm just saying. I'm not bitter. I'm trying to be better, but I don't remember getting a warning.
Well, we got another foul on Southeast Polk. J.C. Mitchell has picked up her second, and now off the bench will be Maddie Main. So Mains will check in at the next dead ball. Dowling inbounds the ball. Tritton in a 5-second count. Good defense by Southeast Polk. So Maroons had the ball through about 2 fouls and couldn't get anything to go. And now the Rams with a substitution. We will bring in Maddie Mains, 5'10 junior. She'll replace J.C. Mitchell, 5'5 senior, who has 2 fouls. So Mitchell and Bartlett with 2 fouls each, and Van Coten with 1. 5 team fouls for Rams, none for Dowling. Here's Daly with it, kicks it out for 3, and it's no good. And the ball out of bounds to Dowling as long 3 by Maddie Mains was no good there, Scott.
And this seems similar to the way this game's starting to when we were over at SEP earlier in December. They got a lot of fouls early. I remember Daly had a couple quick fouls, and I think she had 3 early in the second. And so
now we're seeing the 1-3-1 defense by Southeast Polk as Dowling goes right to left on your screen as you watch it or listen to us. Here's Moore on the baseline, leaves it for Ellie Olsen in the lane, shot up no good, and rebound out of there by Solseth and Southeast Polk. He's got a great look against that zone, but Olsen couldn't capitalize on it, and the Rams the other way. This is Van Coten as they run their dribble weave to Charleston. Nice job by Tritton getting the passing lane. They cut off Daly there. Now she picks up her dribble right elbow, guarded by Frericks, and nearly a 5-second call. Ball loose, and Van Coten tracks it out of bounds, and it'll be Dowling basketball as Van Coten tried to save it. His substitutions now for Dowling is Marin Heller, 5'3 sophomore wearing number 11, checks in the ball game, averaging 4.5 points. And Ellie Muller, the 6'1 freshman, checking in for Dowling, averaging just under 7 points. Leads the team with just over 7 rebounds, so they're both in for Dowling, and they'll attack this 1-3-1 here, Scott.
Yeah, and they need to look inside there. Ellie Muller needs to be effective inside and just give her a look.
We got traveling on Dowling. Maroons get the ball. It's a second consecutive possession. Maroons have a turnover.
When you're playing that zone, you do have to find ways to get that ball inside. Even touching it, to reverse through the top there or through the high post, you've got to find those ways to be effective. You can't just be perimeter-oriented against that zone.
All right, here's Southeast Polk with it. Daly try to isolate her on the right block. And she shoots and scores. Went right down the right side of the lane and scored. And Brooklyn Daly with her first points. And our score is 7-4. Dowling. Now I'll skip past to Heller. Head fake down the baseline. Cut off nicely by Van Coten. Out to Zedeker. Ava will reset the Dowling offense. Here is Heller with it. 1-3-1 by Southeast Polk. They're a little bit of foul trouble here in the first half. 5 team fouls in the Rams. 8 on the shot clock. Muller in the corner to Frericks, back to Moeller. Her shot up, good. Nice little give and go on the baseline. There's not a whole lot of room there, but Frericks found Moeller for the basket.
There's not, but that's the kind of possessions you need. You know, sometimes Dowling gets into that where they go a little bit too fast and they don't get a great shot. They took their time against the zone there and got a great shot.
All right, here's Tritton with it in the corner, 9-4 Dowling. Maroon's largest lead has been 5, which it is now. Here is Moeller underneath to Tritton. Her shot up, no good. Ball goes slapped around, picked up by Dowling. Long 3 coming by Zedeker is good. Ava Zedeker, and she has 8 first quarter points, and the Maroons extend their lead to 8, 12-4 with 2:50 remaining first quarter from the Dowling gym. And underneath, give and go, layup is good. Daly with the pass to Maddie Main.
You know, and she does such a good job for them. She keeps everything calm, Brooklyn Daly does, and she just let the game was going slow in her mind there. She saw it develop, made the right pass for a layup.
All right, we'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. We appreciate working tonight with the folks from CISN, Pete Tarpey in the group, Aaron Bandy, Jose Guzman, our producer. We also want to thank our supporters here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Skeffington's Formal Wear. Our thanks to Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. Mike Swaim will join us for the boys' game as Mr. Cataldo is on a little business tour. I think his flight's supposed to be in today, so he may show up tonight and still be involved somewhat. Hopefully he can just stay over there and be a parent and let Swaim tell everybody. It'll be our best boys broadcast of the year, I think, with Swaim, because Coach will tell exactly what's going on. He's not going to give any fluff, just like you, Scott. Tell it like it is, no matter who it is.
I'm going to go with no comment there.
That's probably the good answer. Let me get in all the trouble. Here's Heller with it. And now Coach Meyer right in front of us saying, hey, let's get caught getting a different look. And now Zedeker with it. Steps in. 15-footer. Good on the baseline. Ava Zedeker, 10 first quarter points for Ava. Comes in averaging just over 20, and it's 14-6 Dowling.
And Dowling's doing a good job handling the zone right now and being patient. I put in my pregame notes from the last game that you need to be quick but not in a hurry.
That was another backdoor cut by Maine, but she couldn't get the shot to fall. Dowling goes down court. Shot by Zedeker, no good, as she had to go around Van Coten, rebound out to Southeast Polk. Rams in transition. Here's Daly with it, guarded by Frericks. Dowling stays man-to-man. They get it to Charleston. She's cut off at the left elbow. Out to Daly. Brooklyn with it. Right side to Reese, who's in there. They get it underneath to Daly, and we've got a jump ball call. Morgan Reese checking in for Southeast Polk, the 5'10" junior wearing number 40. Jump ball favoring Dowling on the alternate possession with 1:36 to go, and Dowling by 8 here, Scott.
And Lauren Frericks played that really well. She stayed off, she took the bump and stayed away, and then used her arm to get to the ball rather than continuing to bump up against her.
Here's Zedeker, Dowling on the offensive end. Southeast Polk in their 1-3-1 defense, trying to hide some of those fouls. Underneath is Moeller. She turns, shot off the glass, partially blocked that time by Solseth, and the rebound Solseth. Rams running. Daly wanted the ball, couldn't get it to her. Solseth down the lane, shot with the left hand, missed everything. Went right over the rim, no good. Rebound, Dowling and Zedeker. Guarded by Van Coten. Over to Heller, who's back in. In the corner to Frericks. She'll spot up for 3. Up and in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Heller comes away with it, and she travels with the basketball on the baseline. So good defense by Southeast Polk. Dowling with the offensive board, but Heller was closed out, and she traveled.
Yeah, Dowling looks to be quick to the ball tonight, which is, and then the half court, they're doing a good job. Daly's the one that's breaking them down a little bit right now, but overall, they have a solid defensive effort this first quarter.
All right, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter here at the Dowling gym. 14-6 Maroons. Southeast Polk in their road black uniforms with the basketball. This is Morgan Reese. Reverses it back to Charleston. Right side to Daly. Brooklyn spins. Hits the floor, and now the ball loose. Stolen away by Julia Moore and Dowling. Here's Heller with it, leading the charge. 20 seconds to go, shot clock off. Julia gets in the corner. Zedeker drives baseline. Cut off. Underneath to Moeller. Her shot up and good, and she was almost falling away when she clanked it off the glass good.
That was a good catch by her, though, and strong finish.
6 seconds remaining. Here's Solsif for three. It's no good. Rebound Muller. Dowling with it. 2 seconds. Zedeker's going to have to heave it. It won't count if it goes. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym with the score. Dowling Catholic 16, Southeast Polk 6. And alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return with the second quarter here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym. We start the second quarter with Southeast Polk with the basketball. Dowling leading 16-6. Maroons with a 10-point lead, their largest of the contest. Rams have it to start the second quarter. They work underneath. Solstice shot no good underneath, out of bounds too. Southeast Polk with 24 on the shot clock. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet, Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course the crew from CISN up above us, Pete Tarpey, Aaron Bandy, and Jose Guzman, our producer. And Scott Babinet, when we get a moment, we'll go through the first quarter statistics. But for Southeast Polk, foul trouble. They have 5 first quarter fouls, none for Dowling, and here we are in the second quarter. That's got to be a factor.
Yeah, they're playing the better on-ball defense right now.
Now they get the ball inside to Daly. She's double-teamed, and Julia Moore comes in and forces the jump ball. And Scott, go ahead with some of those stats.
Okay, in the first quarter, Southeast Polk, the visitors were 3 for 12 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point line, no free throws, 4 rebounds, 4 turnovers. The Maroons were 6 for 12 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the line, 10 rebounds, 3 turnovers.
Yeah, you mentioned the free throws. Dowling 3 for 3, and Southeast Polk yet to attempt one. Now a corner three, no good by the Maroons. Rebound Southeast Polk. Here's Charleston with it. Leaves it for Solsith on the baseline. Kicks it back out to Charleston for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound Daly, or rather Maine, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. Offensive rebound for Southeast Polk. Julia Moore will pick up her first foul.
Yeah, it's a long ways into the game. 9 minutes into the game to get your first foul. They've been recognizing, like you said, Charleston is their top three-point shooter. They've been out on her. They've been making Daly work hard for what she's had to get, and then the help side's been there. So right now, this game is kind of similar to the first game, the way it went in execution.
Maddie Maines, a 5'10 junior, misses the first free throw, hits the second. She has 3 points off the bench, comes in averaging 1 point, and she's only taken 10 shots this year until now. And it's 16-7 Dowling with the lead after Maines goes 1 for 2. Dowling with the basketball. It's Tritton, skip pass over to Zedeker. The third guard is Julia Moore. Here's Ellie Olson and Lauren Frerick. So Dowling out with their starting 5, and now a turnover by the Maroons. In the front court is Daly. Brooklyn dribbles down the lane, has help defense. A shot in the lane, up and no good, and a blocking foul called on Julia Moore, and 2 free throws coming for the Rams. Julia got there late, and Daly will be shooting free throws. That'll be the second team foul on Dowling, and all on Julia Moore.
All right, and Daly's doing a good job of attacking right now and doing what her team needs her to do, which is kind of slow the pace down, get good shots, good opportunities to get back into this game.
First free throw, no good. Second one coming, and it's in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Olsen comes away with it for the Maroons. The other way we go, Dowling with the ball. Right to left in front of us. Marin Heller in there for the Maroons, as she gets the start here in the second quarter. Dowling being very patient, 15 on the shot clock. Rams still in that zone. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Heller with it, left wing. Guarded by Daly in the 1-3-1. Long three by Zedeker. Up off the mark, no good. Out of bounds to Southeast Polk. So good defense up by the Rams. They played that zone, and the Maroons played perimeter ball instead of attacking inside, as Ellie Olson will sit down for Dowling and be replaced by Muller. Ellie Muller checking in, the freshman.
And so much of that is about timing and hitting that high post at the right time and reversing the ball. You don't want to stay same-sided. You want to get that ball moving a little bit. But again, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Go slow to be faster later.
Now here's Zedeker all the way down. Her shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Southeast Polk. Ava Zedeker with the steal and basket. And they're going to whistle the foul on Maddie Maines, her first. And Zedeker with her 12th and potential 13th point coming up.
And that's what they need to do. Dowling needs more of that to be effective so they don't get stalled in the half court. They need to turn over the Rams and get more easy opportunities to pull them out of that zone and make them have to play you and pressure up more.
Free throw good. 13 points now for Ava Zedeker, the Dowling sophomore. 19-7 Maroons, 12-point lead. Daly with a three-pointer. It's no good. Muller with the rebound. And Dowling the other way with the ball. Here's Heller with it, top of the key. Rams stay in their zone. Here's Tritton with it. High post, it goes to Muller. Backdoor cut by Frericks. It's stolen away by Southeast Polk. Maddie Maines got a hand in it. And we got a backcourt foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Frericks.
Yeah, again, she kind of telegraphed that. You could see when she caught it where her eyes went right away, so the defense was able to react. And again, if you can just move the ball side to side a little bit more, take a little bit more time, those gaps will open up. You can even see it from where we're seeing. When Dowling moves the ball against that zone, you can see these huge gaps developing after they reverse the ball one or two times.
All right, ball tipped out of bounds by Dowling, and the Rams have another turnover, so Dowling will inbound it. 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. 19-7 is our score. Dowling with the lead. The largest lead right now of 12 points in this contest. A battle of top 10 teams. The Southeast Polk Rams ranked 8th. Dowling ranked 4th. Corner three by Heller is no good. And a rebound out to Southeast Polk as Van Coten comes away with it to Daly in the front court. Here's Charleston with it. Guarded by Tritton. Backs in. Now stops the left elbow. Gets in the corner to Rees. Underneath to Solseth, and she travels with the basketball. Another turnover by the Rams.
Yeah, she saw that open up, and quick feet there. If she'd just been a little bit patient, she had that lane to drive right there.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. 4 minutes, 35 seconds ago, and now a steal by Southeast Polk. Van Coten with the steal. Getting back is Tritton, and the Rams now in transition. They have the basketball. Here is Solseth with it. They work underneath to Daly. She turns. Shot blocked out of bounds by Dowling and Frericks as she was double teamed. Seems like every time Daly wants the ball inside, she's got two people around her.
And that's what they need to do. That you have to recognize it, or recognizing Charleston and Daly and making everything difficult for them tonight.
20 on the shot clock. Now the ball deflected by Dowling, and Southeast Polk retains possession. This is Charleston with it. Right wing. Now she'll give it to Daly for three. It's good. Brooklyn Daly for three. That's her first three of the night. She's got 5 points and a timeout called by Dowling. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett from the Dowling Gym tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. And Scott, Dowling with a 9-point lead. Their largest lead has been 12, but the Rams keep hanging around. But the Maroons are doing things that have caused more turnovers and missed shots by Southeast Polk than what we're normally see out of the Rams.
They are, and what the Rams are doing right now is they are running more patterns through offense, and they're getting the ball to Daly, and Daly's making some good decisions. Her development over her career has been amazing. I remember as a freshman she came in, she started, played a lot. She's doing a lot of post-up stuff. Now her ball handling, her shooting is developed on the outside. She's able to hit that knockdown three and keep her team in the game here.
All right, the Maroons have the basketball after they called a 30-second timeout. Dowling has 4 timeouts remaining, as does Southeast Polk. Rams stay in that zone. as they have players in foul trouble here. Now a steal by Southeast Polk. All the way down is Daly. Stops. Pull-up jumper. Too strong. No good. Rebound Dowling and Ellie Muller. 6'1 freshman. Outlet pass goes to Zediker. Almost lost it. Ava in the front court. To Heller. Fakes the three. Now to Zediker. Back to Heller. She'll shoot the three. Up and good. Marin Heller with her 8th made three-pointer of the season, her first three of the night, and Dowling up by 12, 22-10 with 3:15 to go. And the Rams the other way. They get it inside to Solseth, and she draws the foul. This will be on Muller, and Ellie with her first foul here, Scott.
And we talked about that on the offensive end for Marin Heller. When she's on balance and able to step into her shot, she's been really effective this year.
First free throw by Solseth is good. Ava, first point of the night. She's a 74% free throw shooter and averages 6.5 points for head coach Tracy Daly in her 11th year at Southeast Polk. Second free throw good.
This has been impressive the way Southeast Polk's fought back from that early foul deficit. I think it's 5 or 6-0, and they're still stuck on 6 fouls there. So the zones help them stay out of that, and they've gotten more into gaps and tipped more passes, causing more Dowling turnovers.
All right, Dowling with the ball, and now the ball slapped around, and they're going to call traveling on the Rams as they had it, and they couldn't get rid of it. So this will be Dowling basketball with a brand new shot clock underneath their own basket. Ellie Olson checking in for the freshman, Ellie Muller, who will sit down.
Yeah, and the Dowling post players, they need to be stronger to the ball and not turn it over, not get in a bad situation there.
He's inbound the ball to Zediker. Now a long three by Zediker over Daly, and it's good. Ava Zediker with her 16th point. And it's 25-12. Dowling by 13. Immediately the Rams get the ball down the floor, and a whistle and a foul on the Maroons. This will be on Marin Heller, her first. Team foul number 4 on Dowling and 6 on Southeast Polk with 2:45 left here in the second quarter. Scott.
And that last play there, Daly had a great challenge there. It was just a better shot make by Zediker, and that's the two best players on their teams going at each other there.
Now we got an illegal screen, I think, or a hold. What do we got? And it'll be on Dowling. Layla Tritton whistled for the hold, and the Rams will inbound the ball. That's a 16 foul on the Maroons, so it was 5-0 Dowling. The benefit of the fouls, now both teams are tied with 6 fouls each. We're going to shoot free throws the rest of the way. 2:40 remaining in the half. Rams with it. Here's Solseth for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Southeast Polk. Solseth in the lane and works her way inside and draws the foul, and it'll be on Ellie Olson, her first. And mention our officials, TJ Augustine, Lou Jasinic, and Tyler Brady are 3 officials tonight. We're glad to have those gentlemen with us. Free throws coming by Solseth, and first one is up and good. She has 3 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Dental Associates. Second free throw is no good by Solseth. Rebound Dowling. 25-13, Maroons by 12. Here's Heller for 3. Good again from the right side. Marin Heller with her 6th point off the bench for Dowling. The Maroons lead at 28-13. Their largest lead is right now at 15 points as we approach the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, there's good ball movement. I mean, there's quicker shots, but if you're going to leave her wide open, you've got to take those and shoot them out of it.
Now Solseth underneath. Her shot up no good, and it's tipped out of bounds off Olson. Rams will get the ball and a brand new shot clock. Reminder at halftime, we will be catching up with Dowling boys basketball coach Clay Fieldking, previewing the boys contest between Dowling and Southeast Polk in this Central Iowa Metro League showdown. It's they play each other twice a year in the conference, and this will be the final time the two teams play during the regular season. Rams with it. Here's Daly with it, and the ball tipped off the hands of Frericks into the hands of Dowling and Zediker. Minute and a half to go. And the Maroons will set their offense against the Rams' zone defense.
You know, this year, Mark, coming into it, I thought Lauren Frericks should probably score a lot more for the Maroons this year, but one thing she has been consistent with, her defense and her active hands has really been a major key for Dowling's success, especially on the defensive end this year. And that senior leadership is really coming through for them.
Frericks averaging 6 points a contest, 22 made threes, and here's Heller again for three. Good! She's feeling it here tonight. 9 points off the bench for the sophomore, Marin Heller, wearing number 11. 31-13 Dowling. Underhand scoop shot, no good by Charleston. Rebound Dowling. Here's Heller with it. Out to Zedeker. 50 seconds remaining. Heller again for three, and it's in and out, no good. And the rebound, Southeast Polk and Maddie Maines.
Yeah, she was feeling it, right?
Yes, she was. All right, here's Solseth down the lane. Scoop shot up, no good. Might have been partially tipped by Heller. Altered the shot, and Dowling's going to say let's play for one. Well, they can't. 30 on the shot clock, 31 seconds on the game clock, so a 1 second differential. How you handle that in that strategy, Coach?
In effect, if you take it within 3 or 4 seconds left, you should get the last shot. But
Coach Meyer and Ava Zedeker discussing personnel and how they're going to work this. 10 seconds on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock. Here's Zedeker, fakes a three right in front of the Southeast Polk bench, goes around Daly. Luke puts a shot in the lane, up, it's no good, and the rebound Southeast Polk and Charleston. And we're going to go to halftime with Dowling having its largest lead of the contest. Dowling 31, Southeast Polk 13. The Maroons hold Southeast Polk to 7 points in the second quarter, and they lead it here at halftime 31-13, Scott Babinette. What a first half by the Maroons.
That was, and those 9 points for Heller coming off the bench are huge. We've talked about Zedeker. She's averaging, 20 a game, and she just needs help. Last week against Johnson, she had 3 or 4 other teammates that got 8 to 10 points in that range, and she needs that every night. So Heller coming off the bench has been really effective for breaking that difference down. And I'm sure they're going to halftime saying, hey, 32 minutes. The game's not over. We built a lead against them the first time. You know they'll come back from their foul trouble, and they'll attack us again, and we'll see how the Maroons react.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with our halftime guest, and that is Clay Thielking, the Dowling boys basketball coach, as Dowling and Southeast Polk will be game 2 of our doubleheader here on Iowa Catholic Radio and Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll take a break. We'll take a 1-minute break and return. Our halftime score, Dowling 31, Southeast Polk 13 in our Class 5A girls matchup, and we'll return to the Dowling gym after this break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And welcome back to halftime here at the Dowling Gym of the girls contest. A top 10 matchup, and it is Dowling leading Southeast Polk 31-13. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette, and now joined by the Dowling boys basketball head coach, and that is Clay Thielking. And Coach, thanks for joining us, and appreciate taking the time. And I'll tell you what, you gotta love this. You're on a 3-game winning streak dating back to, by the way, last Friday night. Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. And here we are tonight against Southeast Polk, Dowling in the Rams. But team's playing well. You got to be pretty happy with how they're playing, how they're performing, and how they're shooting, and taking care of business. So all's good.
It's been a good stretch. Been a good 3-game stretch, doing some good things. Ball's going in the hole a little bit more consistently, and that helps. And I think defensively they've, generally speaking, done a really good job. I thought against Ankeny they were really good with their assignments and sticking to our scouting report, and showed a lot of discipline, and so that shows some growth, and that's something that we can build on.
They're coming off a win at Ankeny. Of course, it's ironic. Ankeny took it to you here last month at the Dowling gym, and then you get the win on the road Tuesday night, 61-49 over the Hawks, and your team had to be feeling pretty good. I think you had a 25-point lead or somewhere around there in the second half, and then finally emptied the benches. Got to be pleased how well they performed, not only as a team, but also on the road. Never easy on the road in the league, and they found that out that you can win on the road, and your kids built on that.
They did, yeah. We came out strong. Ryan Kleppe obviously came out hot for us and had our first, 8 to 10 points or whatever it was, and gave us a huge lift there at the start, and the rest of the guys kind of followed suit, and real good performance. Obviously it hurt Ankeny to lose Johnson early in that game, but with that being said, I thought our guys were terrific all night.
Well, second time around, it seems like we're seeing you're taking on Southeast Polk, a team that you beat earlier this year at Southeast Polk. Never easy in the league, and second time around. Matter of fact, Southeast Polk now has put together back-to-back wins for the first time this year, with wins over Urbandale Tuesday night, and last night winning at Hoover, which is never easy. And oh, by the way, you go there Monday night, so the Rams have already got the table set, because I think Courtney's here. Courtney Henderson may be here because the Hoover's off tonight, and their next game is against you Monday.
Yeah, they're playing really well. You're right. They're on a 2-game streak. As you said, they got some guys in the lineup that we didn't see the first time around that are healthy now. Playing well. Goodman and Edwards and Cantrell are 3 really good players that have a lot of varsity experience, and so it'll be a really good test for us, and we'll, we feel prepared, but our guys are going to have to perform well to compete.
Well, you guys are competing. I like your guards, Drew Morrow, Davis Scheck, senior leadership, and having Joey Capola back. That seems to be pretty steady. But Ryan Kleppe, Riddick Metten have really performed, and they're really guards, but they're playing the post because you have to. And then I know you're not going to have your center tonight, Andrew Nyanji, off the bench. He's ill, but you can go with a 9-player lineup for the most part. So some guys will step up, I'm sure, in the absence of Andrew, because he gives you that size off the bench and gives you that quickness underneath.
I know. And we haven't played without him this year, so this is new for us. We'll have to obviously go smaller at times, probably see a little more of our zone when Riddick comes out. Or even, with Riddick in there, we're still undersized against these guys. And so we'll have to adjust. Every team goes through it, and we're a man down tonight, and we're going to have to compensate for that.
Let's talk about the matchup with Southeast Polk. Riley Edwards, he's their senior leader. He's going to play college ball at the next level, and, what a performer he is. And Lincoln Cantrell had a tremendous night last night against Hoover. And then there's the sophomore Bodie Goodman, who, his grandfather is a legendary high school coach in Iowa, and Bodie's picked up some of those traits. And a very good Southeast Polk team. The thing they don't have is a whole lot of depth. They're going to get Connor Moberly, their quarterback. He'll be returned next week. But they're starting to get some of their football players that were injured back. And for Coach Jenkins, it's about building strength and getting some momentum. And right now they've won 2 in a row and looking to go even with you this year. So talk about their matchup and what do they present tonight for Dowling?
They present challenges with those guards. Edwards is going to be able to he can create his own shot so well. There's not a lot you can do. You've got to contest him, and hopefully, he misses a few. Goodman's been playing well. Like you said, Cantrell shot it really well last night. And so, it's going to be tough. They're playing well. Getting Moberly back next week is going to change them even more. So, we kind of dodge a bullet there, not having him play against us tonight. But Allen does a great job, and they're kind of hitting their stride a little bit. Then you throw Moberly in the mix next week, and I think they're going to be a tough out come tournament time. And, looking at their schedule, they don't have any bad losses. They've gone through the same schedule we have, and it's just tough. And they're playing really good teams really close, and have just come up on the short end of a lot of those. But they got a couple of wins this week and are going to be playing with a lot of confidence tonight, so our hands will certainly be full.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck tonight. And I know, it's Friday night, so after the game, feel free to come up or send one of the, you can send Nahas up if you have to, or Coach Nicholson, or a player up. You sent Drew Morrow up last week. That was a lot of fun, so feel free to do that. That's your call.
Okay.
And I think our audience would like that if things work out. But, hey, good luck in the matchup tonight. It should be a good game. This girls' game, Big lead for Dowling at halftime. We saw Southeast Polk storm back last
You're
time.
right.
So
Yep.
this is a tough team, and you love the league. This has been a tremendous league this year. It's going to get you better for the tournament. You know that.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be battle tested, so it's good for us.
All right. Coach, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Mark.
That's Coach Clay Thielking, the Dowling boys head basketball coach. We'll take a break and come back for the second half of Dowling and Southeast Polk. Our halftime score of the girls contest, Dowling 31, Southeast Polk 13. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. And our thanks to Clay Thielking, the Dowling boys basketball coach. We'll return with our halftime stats when we return on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. Southeast Polk with the ball first. They get a shot in the lane. It's no good. Rebounded by Dowling. The other way we go. Dowling with the ball, and they draw the foul, and that'll be on Stella Charleston. And that'll be her first foul of the game. First foul of the second half. Dowling 31, Southeast Polk 13. The battle of top 8 teams in Class 5A girls. And the Maroons rank 4th. Southeast Polk ranked 8th. And Dowling with the lead thus far. We'll get our first half statistics from my partner, Scott Babinet. Now Tritton for 3, up and no good off the glass and rim. Rebound, Brooklyn Daly and the Southeast Polk Rams. Now the Rams with an errant pass, stolen away by Dowling. Rams have come up empty both times they've had the basketball.
And I think you'll see them come out much more aggressive with their two guards that basically with 2 fouls were fouled out of the half. They're going to have to come out and pressure a lot more this half, and Dowling's going to have to handle it.
Now here's Olsen in the lane. Her shot up and no good after getting a nice pass underneath. Rebound out to Southeast Polk. And now in transition, pull-up jumper, and it's a three-pointer that's good by J.C. Mitchell. So the Rams strike first here in the second half. And Mitchell with her first 3 of the night, her 22nd 3 of the year, 31-16. Dowling.
Southeast Polk's going boxing 1 on Ava Zedeker right now.
Dowling with the ball in the corner. It goes to Tritton. The Maroons starting their starting 5 of Ellie Olsen, Ava Zedeker, Layla Tritton, Julia Moore, and Lauren Frericks. 8 on the shot clock. Moore with it. Guarded by Daly. Gets underneath to Olsen. 3 on the shot clock. Tritton lets it fly. Good! And they're going to give that a 2-pointer by Layla Tritton. That's her first points of the contest. And the Maroons lead at 33-16. Again, first time these two teams met, Southeast Polk outscored Dowling 21-8 in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you know, they probably talked about it. They didn't want to major on that in the halftime. They just want to get consistent minutes and get consistent opportunities scoring.
Now working inside is Brooklyn Daly. That is her 7th point. She had 5 at halftime. And it's 33-18. Dowling. Maroons in the front court. Rams stay, as you said, in the box in 1. Here's Olsen. Ellie with it. Can't get a shot off. Gets it out to Tritton, right wing.
And the main thing is you got to get movement through here. Keep Zedeker moving.
And now a steal by the Rams. This is Bartlett with the steal. She works underneath. Layup good. Alyssa Bartlett with her first basket. She battled foul trouble in the first half. Her and Mitchell both had 2 fouls and sat most of that first half. It's 33-20. Dowling's lead now down to 13 with 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here's Tritton dribbling baseline. Leaves it for Olsen. Now to Moore. Julia in the lane. Scoop shot up, and it's blocked. Blocked by Bartlett. Bartlett with the outlet pass to Daly underneath. And a 3-on-1 fast break layup good by Mitchell. And I think we'll see a timeout Dowling. We will. Mitchell with all 5 of her points here in the third quarter. And all of a sudden, Dowling's lead now down to 11 with 4:47 to go. It's 33-22 Dowling over Southeast Polk. Scott.
Right, and Dowling just needs to be patient in their offense to attack that. They'll get the ball into the middle, and they can get some good shots off that. Keep moving Zedeker around, and then the defense, they need to stop turning the ball over, definitely. If they're going to have turnovers, they need to be dead ball turnovers so they can get back and set up their defense. Southeast Polk's just coming out and dominating that aspect right now and getting quick, fast break points.
Dowling at halftime was led by Ava Zedeker, 16 points. Off the bench, Marin Heller with 9. 4 points off the bench for Ellie Muller. Julia Moore with 2 points. Lauren Frericks has not scored. Neither has Ellie Olson for Dowling, as the Maroons went 4 for 4 at the free throw line. For Southeast Polk, their leading scorer at halftime was Brooklyn Daly with 5 points. She now has 7. 3 points for Ava Solseth. Maddie Main off the bench with 3 points, and a three-pointer by the Maroons, up and good. So Dowling comes out of that timeout and gets the 3 by Ava Zedeker.
And they did a good job there getting the drive and then replacing the driver for a wide-open shot because Southeast Polk had to collapse, and Heller has been knocking down the 3 tonight, and that's a big basket for the Maroons, obviously.
Mentioned Layla Tritton for scoring for Dowling. She did not score in the first half, has 2, and now we've got a 30-second timeout called by Southeast Polk and head coach Tracy Daly. We'll keep it here. 4:07 to go, so we've had 2 timeouts in the last minute, and this one by Southeast Polk, both teams with 3 remaining, and Dowling leading 36-22 here, Scott. And let's take a look at our first half stats first.
Yeah, for the first half, Southeast Polk was 4 for 22 from the field, 1 for 8 from 3, 4 for 8 from the free throw line, 14 total rebounds, 10 turnovers. The Maroons were 12 for 22 from the field, 5 for 11 for 3, 4 for 4 from the line, 18 total rebounds, and 8 turnovers. And, Southeast Polk has basically shot 37% from the three-point line in the season. They were 1 for 8 there. And then they were 3 for 14 from 2. So they're struggling. A lot of that's good defense and good challenges by the Maroons there.
Well, if you joined us late, the Maroons' largest lead has been 18 points, and that was at halftime. The Rams have cut the lead to 14. It was down to 11. Now the timeout. Little scoop shot with the left hand good by Stella Charleston. That is her 4th point. And it's 36-24. Dowling by 12. And you mentioned the box and 1 they're doing on Zedeker. Although right now it looks like they are on they're just staying man-to-man here, Scott, with 3:40 to go here in the third quarter.
It looks like they are matching up a little bit there on the ball. Bartlett is sticking with Zedeker, though.
10 on the shot clock. Heller with it. It's Heller, Tritton, Zedeker to 3 guards. Now Heller pull up 3, up and good. Boy, she has found her stroke tonight. That is her 4th 3 of the night. She's got 12 points off the bench for Dowling. The Maroon lead now 15. Now underneath, a shot up and no good by a Southeast Polk rebound. Muller, and a whistle and a foul on Bartlett. That'll be her 3rd.
I believe that was Mitchell that shot a 3 on the break.
They get Bartlett for her 3rd foul.
Heller has been huge for Dowling. I know that Southeast Polk wouldn't have necessarily planned for this outburst of 5 threes here. So it's been a big pickup for the Maroons tonight.
No fouls on Dowling here in the second half. The Rams with 2. Looks like the Rams are staying man-to-man. They've played a lot of zone that first half to protect the players in foul trouble, Mitchell and Bartlett. 10 on the shot clock. Here's a long 3, up and good, and that is the first basket by Lauren Frericks, and it's a 3-pointer from the left wing, and the Maroons now by 18, 42-24 over the Rams.
So they've evened up on the half, and those are the things that Lauren Frericks can do for them. She's doing a great job on the defensive side, now opening up, and Zedeker was patient enough to get her to the wide open shot there.
All right, Rams with the basketball. J.C. Mitchell. They get the ball over to Bartlett. In the corner goes to Solseth, and it's a 2-point shot, they say. It was on the line. Up and good. Ava Solseth with her 5th point.
They make it 3?
Well, the referee didn't put up a 3. 42-27 is our score. Dowling with the lead. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter from the Dowling gym. We'll have the boys game tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio as Mike Swaim will join us. Former coach at Des Moines Lincoln and Des Moines Christian. He and his dad and his father, Mike Swaim Sr. We have Mike Jr. with me tonight, sitting in for Coach Cataldo. Here's Zediker in the lane. Her shot up, no good. Moeller the putback, up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Southeast Polk. And that kind of reminded me of the shot earlier this year that Moeller hit to win a game here at Dowling, and she hit the free throw to put it away. And that was a very similar situation.
Against Ankeny. We talked about that the other night. And those are the things she needs to do. I mean, her inside play reminds me a lot of when Daly came in as a freshman for Southeast Polk. She was a force inside for them.
Moeller with 6 points, free throw no good. The foul was on Southeast Polk's Zoe Hins, the 5'5 sophomore. That is her first foul. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter, 44-27 Dowling. Here's Daly with it. Launches the three up off the back iron, no good. And rebound Frericks, who was guarding Daly on that possession. And Dowling will take over and see if they can wind some clock here with 30 on the shot clock. And a blocking foul called on the Rams as Zediker was thinking about going down the lane, and she drew the foul. Mitchell with her third. So Bartlett and Mitchell with 3 fouls each for Southeast Polk.
Zediker's been very aggressive tonight, and she's a hard to guard anyway, and so she's really forcing the action, especially since she doesn't have any fouls here.
Heller will inbound the ball, gets to Zediker. Brand new shot clock for Dowling. Ball screened by Moeller. They get it back to Moeller. Her shot up and good. Zediker to Moeller. Zediker with the assist, and Ellie Moeller with her 8th point.
Good catch, good balance to go up there.
Now the Maroons come away with another turnover. Here's Zediker in the lane, and her shot up and no good. It was blocked, but foul called, says TJ Augustine. Foul on Southeast Polk. And they're going to get Stella Charleston with her second foul. And 2 free throws coming for Ava Zediker as we have a stoppage in play. Zediker tonight with 19 points, and she'll get free throws here. First one up and good. 20 points for Ava. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio. Brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. 53 seconds remaining here in the third quarter from the Dowling gym here in West Des Moines. 47-27, Dowling by 20. Make it by 21. The Maroons' largest lead as Zediker hits both free throws. She now has 21 points. 48-27 Dowling. Here's Daly, guarded by Frericks. Off-balance shot, no good. Rebound. Bodies hit the floor as Daly and Muller hit the floor, and they're slow to get up, and they get up. And Julia Moore comes away with it.
Of course she does. It comes out of the scrambles.
You know, where else would a soccer player go? Julia going to Washington University down in St. Louis to play soccer, and she is at the bottom of every scrum. And then you have a young lady like Lauren Frericks, who's a cross-country runner, and they'll just run up and down this floor more so than you and I would.
And they haven't been the highlight scorers for the Maroons this year, but their leadership has been key.
Here's Heller with the shot up and good over Daly, and a half-court shot off the back iron, no good. And we have come to the end of the third quarter with Marin Heller with 14 points. Dowling leading 50-27 over Southeast Polk. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines on this kind of a cold and chilly night outside. On this Friday, January 27th, 2023, CIML Conference Basketball doubleheader. Class 5A girls, Class 4A boys, and Dowling with the lead. 50-27, we go in the fourth quarter. Whistle and a foul called on Southeast Polk to start the fourth quarter. This will be on J.C. Mitchell, her fourth. 6-team foul on Southeast Polk to start the fourth quarter. None on Dowling here in the second half, Scott Babinet.
Sounds familiar from the first quarter, right?
It does. It was 5-0. And now here's Zediker for three. It rims out no good. And a rebound, Solseth and Southeast Polk. Rams have it. As the Maroons.
And Southeast Polk's going to have to be more aggressive defensively here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Rams get it inside. They can't get the shot off, and now Solseth will. Three-pointer no good. Rebound, Heller. What a night for Marin Heller. 14 points. She's nailed 4 threes on the night. Dowling in transition is run away here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with its largest lead of 23 points. Now a three-pointer no good by Frericks. And the rebound, Southeast Polk. The other way we go. We'll get our statistics through three quarters in a moment. Here's a long three. It's no good by Van Coten. Offensive rebound, Daly, and her put back up and good. Muscled her way through that, and Brooklyn with her 9th point.
And Dowling just needs to be a little more patient against the zone. If they want to sit back in the zone, be patient. Move the ball side to side. You'll get the...
Zediker for three right in front of us. Good.
Or you'll get that.
24 points for Ava Zediker, and that is her third three of the night. Rams come immediately down court, and they draw a foul. This will be on Layla Tritton, her second. So Julia Moore returns to the Dowling lineup. She'll replace Layla Tritton. It'll be Heller, Moore, and Zediker, the three guards, with Ellie Olson and Lauren Frericks in the post for Dowling Catholic. Rams have it. Here's Van Coten's pass, and it was kicked out of bounds by Dowling. For Southeast Polk, they have Eva Solseth along with Alyssa Bartlett. Inbounding the ball, number 12, Anna Van Coten. Her dad, Joel, part of Coach Daly's staff. Brooklyn Daly. And Stella Charleston, the 5 on the floor. And the Rams now the ball in the lane. It rolls out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball. 20 on the shot clock. 53-29 Dowling.
Dowling defensively just made things a lot harder for Southeast Polk. After that initial 2 minutes to come out of the half where they were on fire, Dowling settled down.
Here's Solseth with it. They reverse the ball on the perimeter. With it is Van Coten. Hands it off to Daly, guarded by Frericks. Over to Bartlett. 8 on the shot clock. Barton launched the three off the glass. No good. Rebound Dowling and Julia Moore. The other game on CISN tonight, Ankeny leading Waukee Northwest 30-22 at halftime. I believe the second half has started at the Waukee Northwest gym. Here it's Dowling 53-29. Corner three up and no good by Zediker. Fight for the rebound. Olson comes away with it. Brand new shot clock for Dowling. High post it goes to Olson. Ellie back to Moore. Underneath the Frericks. Tried to do a reverse layup, couldn't. Now in the corner, Heller for three, good! What a night she's having. 17 points for Marin Heller off the bench.
That's just great ball movement. That's what you want against that zone. And it looks like this team's maturing against that zone as opposed to others.
We're going to take a full timeout here, Scott. 5:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 56, Southeast Polk 29 in the girls CIML matchup. We'll take a 1-minute break and return here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. Southeast Polk with the basketball. They find Brooklyn Daly with a pass underneath, but a whistle and a foul on Dowling. This will be on Julia Moore. That is her third foul. 5:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. 56-29 Dowling. Rams will inbound the ball. Brand new shot clock. Here's Daly with it. And she comes down the lane, guarded by Muller. Goes right into a double team. Hands it off to Bartlett. And she loses it out of bounds. It's poked away. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball with 28 on the shot clock. We'll get us some of those numbers in. I know we're almost halfway through the fourth quarter here, Scott. Right. Go ahead.
At halftime, or after three quarters, SCP was 10 for 33 from the field, 3 for 13 from the three-point line, 4 for 8 from the free throw line.
There's another three. Charleston with her first three of the night, and she has 7 points. Go ahead, Scott.
17 total rebounds, 12 turnovers. For the Maroons, 19 for 33 from the field, 8 for 15 from three, 6 for 7 from the line, 23 total rebounds, 9 turnovers.
All right, there's the tail of the tape through three quarters. Dowling 56, Southeast Polk 32. Maroons with the basketball, 15 on the shot clock. Marion Heller with the ball, 17 points off the bench for Dowling. Here's Moore with it, dribbles in the lane, her shot up, no good. Rebound, fought for, Moeller on the floor, bodies on the floor, and we've got a timeout and a jump ball. So which one is it? Jump ball, and it'll be Southeast Polk basketball. Officials do a great job getting together. Tyler Brady and TJ Augustine saying one had the timeout, one had a jump ball. The jump ball stands. That's teamwork. Love it.
That is.
Love it.
And while you'd want that, the fact that Dowling has this lead that they have, they're okay with what's going on here.
Timeouts remaining. Dowling has 3 and Southeast Polk 2 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Now the ball deflected off of Tritton, but off the hands of Stella Charleston. Turnover against the Rams. That is number what for Southeast Polk tonight in turnovers, Scott?
That is 13.
Wow.
And while you don't want turnovers, if you're the Maroons at this point, if you're going to have them, you want them to be dead ball turnovers.
Now the ball slapped out of bounds, actually deflected out of bounds. It'll be Dowling possession as Julia Moore will sit down and Lauren Frerichs will replace her. Frerichs, senior, one of 2 seniors on this Dowling team, made up of 2 seniors, 1 junior, 5 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. 56-32 Dowling. 20 on the shot clock. Muller underneath, and she's fouled. I think Daly got her. It's either Daly or Bartlett.
That was a good slip by Ellie Muller to get right to the basket.
Daly picks up the foul, her first. Southeast Polk team made up of 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 2 freshmen for head coach Tracy Daly in her 11th year. Ellie Muller at the line, and she hits the first free throw. She has 9 points tonight. And tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Second free throw by Muller, good. She gets into double figures with 10 points. 58-32.
And that's 30 points off the bench for the Maroons tonight, at least, from those 2 players.
Between Heller and Muller, it probably is. Now on the baseline, shot up and no good by Charleston. Drew the foul. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Tritton. And on Layla, that'll be her third. And at the free throw line will be Stella Charleston, a 90% free throw shooter on the season, and has yet to shoot a free throw until now. And the first one up and good. The second one no good. Fight for the rebound. And they're going to say it went off of Muller. She was battling Solseth in there.
But Charleston, most of her shots have come from the three-point line this year, and they've just forced her inside a lot.
Southeast Polk will be in action Monday night in the girls-only contest. They'll take on Des Moines Lincoln. Dowling is off for 8 days. Whistle and a foul before the shot. This will be on Lauren Frerichs, her second. Out of bounds to Southeast Polk. Brand new shot clock. 3:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 58-33 Dowling. Dowling by 25. That is just hard to imagine. And now bodies hit the floor, and now Rams keep possession. Pull-up jumper, top of the key, good. Just inside the three-point line. Bartlett nails it. That is her 4th point. 58-35 Dowling. Pressure in the backcourt by the Rams. To mention, Southeast Polk at Des Moines Lincoln. 6 o'clock tip-off. Girls-only contest Monday night from the Roundhouse at Lincoln in a non-conference game. Dowling's next game a week from tomorrow. They travel to Sioux City East, which is 10th ranked in the Class 5A poll. Dowling at Sioux City East Saturday, February 4th at 1:30 in Sioux City. Now, Dowling the other way, and they draw a foul. That'll be on J.C. Mitchell, and she has just fouled out with 2:54 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, becomes the first casualty of the ball game. She'll foul out with 5 points, all in the third quarter, sending Zedeker to the line for Dowling.
That's a rough game for her. She's someone that they count on to have more minutes and more production. And the Maroons were able to attack her and get in her foul trouble tonight.
First free throw good. Second one also good. 26 points for Ava Zedeker. 60-35 Dowling. And now the Rams the other way, and they draw a foul. Good job by Bartlett attacking the glass. Foul will be on Heller, her second. Team foul number 5 on Dowling. The Rams with 18 fouls. With 2:46 remaining here in the fourth quarter. A reminder, the boys game will follow the girls. It'll be about a 15-minute break. We'll do a little girls post game and then a pregame of the boys contest. Free throw by Bartlett is no good. Second one on the way, good. Rams are 2 of 4 at the line here in the fourth quarter. They're 6 of 12 for the contest. 60-36 Dowling. Here's Heller. Now double team. The ball knocked out of bounds. I'll tell you what, Mr. Crandall and Mr. Oddie had pretty good reflexes there. If that was you and me, they'd be calling 911.
Come on, I'd have caught it.
We got to see it first, Scott. That's the thing.
Eagle eyes.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Crandall was out here this morning at 5:45 directing agilities on this floor right here. All right, Dowling with the ball. Here's Heller with it. Guarded by Bartlett. In the corner it goes to Moore. Guarded by Charleston in the lane. Shot off the glass. Good. That's Julia Moore with her second field goal of the night. 4 points for Julia. 62-36 Dowling. Reminder along our networks, we will have a 2-minute break between games and come back to preview the boys contest, but we'll need that. Dowling breaks the press. Here's Frerichs with it. Frerichs, Heller, Zedeker, all with touches. Muller in there for Dowling, and so is Moore. 20 on the shot clock. Zedeker will fire it off. It's no good. And the rebound, Southeast Polk and Van Coten. Anna hands it off to Solstice. Down the lane, her shot no good. Rebound Dowling and Moeller. Outlet pass to Moore. This is a foot race to the rim. And a layup up and no good. And a foul on Southeast Polk. That'll be on Bartlett. And if it is, that's her fourth.
Yeah, their two guards have really had a tough night.
Check that. It's on Van Coten. That's her second. Free throws coming for Julia Moore, Scott.
Yeah. By the way, who gets up at 5:30 in the morning? I was born at 5:30 in the morning, but I don't think I've seen much 5:30s after that.
I had an airport run this morning with my son. He's in sunny Arizona, where I'm sure we have a few more listeners. Came out here and saw Crandall leading the agilities. And these are all the non-winter sport athletes.
Yes.
Soccer, baseball, softball, football. Out here, and there's over 200 of it, and a couple college coaches making their visits to some interesting young men and women, I'm sure. And I couldn't get back to sleep, so I'm about hit the wall here.
I applaud them. I applaud you for being up that early.
Yeah, once in a while. Free throw no good by Moore. Julia with 5 points tonight. 63-36, and now we got a tie-up and a jump ball. Dowling with substitutions now is Macy Harden in there, number 33, a 5'2 sophomore. Now both teams now, we got to get our depth charts out.
There we go.
They're emptying the benches with 1:26 remaining. Heller's still in there for Dowling, so Marin with the ball to Harden. Down the lane, inside to Muller. Backs in, layup good. Backs in the right block, and 12 points rather for Ellie Muller.
It's good. It's good to get this late time for these younger players. They work hard throughout the week as well, and they don't always get the reward of playing. But
absolutely, we got a good crowd here tonight at the Dowling Gym. Thanks to the Southeast Polk and Dowling fans. Long three, it's no good by Charleston. Rebound Dowling. In the front court, Harden.
That's a long arm of the law coming out to challenge that three there with Muller.
Yeah, it was. Here's Leah Brock with it. Hands it off to Harden. Underneath to Emma Hazel, number 31 in the contest. Now to Brock. Underneath, and a shot up, and off the rim, no good by Muller. And the putback for the third time is good. Ellie Muller with her 14th point off the bench. 67-36, 20 seconds remaining. Rams with the basketball. Here's Jaden Woods with it, number 14. Gets it out to Margaret Johnson, number 32. Top of the key it goes to Maddie Maines. There's Woods to Johnson. Over in the corner to Olivia Tui. Tui for three, it's no good. Rebound Dowling, and that'll do it. Final score, Dowling 67, Southeast Polk 36. The Maroons hold the Rams to 9 points in the fourth quarter. And the Maroons coming away with the win here tonight as Dowling girls improve their record to 13-4. They'll have 8 days off. Their next game will be at Sioux City East a week from tomorrow. That'll be Saturday, February 4th. They'll take on 10th-ranked Sioux City East at 1:30. Maroons will take a 10-game winning streak into the contest. Dowling now has won 11 of its last 12 games and 10 in a row as the Maroons come out on top tonight, and the record improves to 13-4. For Southeast Polk, the record drops to 11-5, snapping a 3-game winning streak as the 8th-ranked Southeast Polk Rams will travel to Des Moines Lincoln for a 6 o'clock tip-off this Monday night at the Roundhouse on January 30th. We'll take a break along with Scott Babinette, Mark Amadale. Final score, Dowling 67, Southeast Polk 36 in our girls contest. We'll come back with a short post-game, and then we'll pregame the boys contest here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the car guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
for the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
We're at the
Northwest, Kelderman drives the floor, up and in!
Back the other way, over to Lewis. Lewis, deep three-pointers buried.
Here comes Omaha Ballou. Look out, Ballou!
Hello and welcome to the CISN Game Break Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. We got a lot to cover in the next 10 minutes, including top 5 plays from this past week, rankings in both boys and girls basketball at the 5A and 4A levels, and what we got coming up on CISN this week. Let's jump right into it. Taking a look at our Class 4A IHSAA basketball rankings. First, these are courtesy of the IHSAA coming out on this Monday afternoon. Number 1, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They still remain undefeated. They are one of the top scoring offenses in the state of Iowa. They hold serve at the number 1 ranking spot. A couple people thought that the team below them, Waukee, might jump. The Waukee Warriors sit at number 2 after their victory over Waukee Northwest, an astounding blowout victory over the Wolves. Waukee defeated Waukee Northwest last Friday night. The Wolves dropped to the 3rd spot. Waukee Northwest is their 2nd loss of the year. Waukee has 2 losses. Both teams have 2 losses. Waukee Northwest losses come to Valley and Waukee. The Warriors' only losses come to Ankeny and Waukee Northwest. Again, the thing that everybody's thinking about is, can these teams mate in the state title? Well, for that to happen, Cedar Rapids Kennedy would have to lose, because at this rate, Waukee and Waukee Northwest, if the seeding stayed the same, they would go into the state tournament at Wells Fargo Arena, and they would most likely play in the semifinals. But Valley, who is at number 4, does play Cedar Rapids Kennedy very soon, and that could be a game to watch if the Tigers can take down the Cougars in what should be a phenomenal basketball game. Valley is starting to figure things out. They are at the number 4 spot. A tough loss to Waukee a couple weeks ago still hurts, but a win over Waukee Northwest has their agenda looking good. Indianola at number 5 at the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians, without their star Drew Kingery, have still hung on and won games. Very close. They barely beat Newton last week, but their only loss is coming to Waukee by very few points. Indianola could be a very sneaky team when we get to the state tournament. Sioux City East is still undefeated, but their record against teams out on the western side of Iowa just hasn't been that great in terms of competition. They sit at number 6. Ankeny Centennial slipping as of late, but they should be back up against it soon. They have a tough game against Waukee Northwest still to come. That should be a fun one to watch. Ankeny Centennial at the number 7 position. Luke Winkle and company. If they get hot beyond the 3-point line, watch out. That team can be very dangerous. Cedar Falls at number 8. Dubuque Senior at number 9. And North Scott has started to figure things out. They sit at the number 10 position. Moving on to the girls' rankings here in Class 5A. Thank you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, courtesy of these rankings. At the top, pretty much has stayed the same all season. Johnston, Pleasant Valley, and Waterloo West. We expect these 3 teams to probably be the top. Johnston did lose to Dowling. Dowling Catholic broke Johnston's 42-game winning streak, so the Maroons have also put their name in the top 4/5 as legit contenders to be a really good team. Dowling Catholic, if I remember, did not start very well. They have picked it up significantly the last couple weeks. Dowling Catholic could be a very dangerous team moving forward. Your next section of teams, pretty much like I said, has stayed the same. A lot of movement. Davenport North really hasn't moved a ton, but they stay in that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position because their strength of schedule out east not the best. Ankeny, Centennial, Valley, and Southeast Polk, it seems like they're swapping positions every single week. Southeast Polk has been without their star Brooklyn Daly, but she is expected to come back soon, and they've still been able to win. Valley, Ankeny, Centennial, pretty much the most even teams on paper that you could see. Valley has slipped just a tad lately, but they're starting to figure things out as we move on. Cedar Falls, Iowa City West, Sioux City East, Iowa City Liberty, a couple teams out east and west have been looking pretty good. Sioux City East lost a tough one to Bishop Heelan last week. That was a tough loss for the Black Raiders. They'll try to get back on track. Iowa City West looks strong as always. Iowa City Liberty starting to figure things out. And then the back half has obviously changes a lot. You see a lot of teams around 500. Linn-Mar, who also beat Waterloo West earlier this season. They're a tough team. Waukee was ranked. We'll see if that stays the same. Waukee is in and out of the rankings. They lost to Waukee Northwest. And then Ankeny as well, another good team that has been moving up and down the rankings as the season's gone on. That's your top 15 in the girls' Class 5A rankings. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to get you our top 5 plays of last week, along with what's coming up this week on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be right back. You're watching the CISN Game Break Show.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
All right, time to hop into our CISN top 5 plays of last week, starting at number 5. This comes to us from Southeast Polk High School. This is Drew Turnbull in a close match with Ankeny. Drew Turnbull hits the corner three-pointer to extend the lead for Ankeny. Ankeny would go on to win the ball game here over Southeast Polk. The Hawks starting to go on a little bit of a run. Watch out. Number 4, this is Gia Blazer of Ankeny against Naomi Templeman of Raccoon River. Templeman was down 8-2, comes all the way back, grabs the takedown, and then she turns Gia on her back. This is in the third period, and grabs the pin and fall. What a win to win the conference at her 140-pound weight class. Naomi Templeman, unbelievable at number 4. Moving on to number 3, Waukee Northwest. The girls up 23-16 over Northwest. Hauk goes all the way and gets swatted back by Sadie Moss. Sadie Moss had a huge night for Northwest, both scoring offensively and defensively. Take another look. Kirsten Hauk goes to the basket, and Moss just sends it right back and is able to get away with the steal also as well. Moving on to number 2. Ankeny and Southeast Polk on the girls' side. Ankeny goes up for the shot, gets blocked by Solseth, and then back the other way. J.C. Mitchell up off the glass. As the buzzer sounds, Southeast Polk would go into the half leading 35-22. What a block. And then J.C. Mitchell, the awareness to get down the court and let go of it just before the buzzer sounds. And for number 1, we'll send it to our announcers so you can listen to what number 1 was when Omaha Baloo threw it down.
Here comes Omaha Baloo. Look out, Baloo!
Nasty. Absolute filth.
An unbelievable dunk by Omaha Baloo, who finished with 20-plus points, couple rebounds, and then how about this highlight dunk? East Bay pulled out in a crosstown rivalry. Unbelievable. While the Iowa State recruit, Omaha Baloo, destroyed the rim. What a week. CISN Top 5. Jumping ahead to our CISN broadcast schedule for this week, on Thursday night, the 26th, we got wrestling over at Waukee Northwest. Ankeny Centennial takes on the Wolves in what should be a phenomenal duel between two very good squads. Tyler French and Keith Borness are on the call for that one. That one starts at 7:30. And then Friday, we got a doubleheader on both sides, 2 doubleheaders. Southeast Polk travels to Dowling Catholic. That girls' game should be absolutely phenomenal. That tips off at 6:15. And then Ankeny goes on the road to take on Waukee Northwest. The Ankeny boys team just upset Waukee a couple weeks ago. Can they do it to the Waukee Northwest boys as well? That is your broadcasting schedule this week for CISN. That will wrap it up for us here on the CISN Game Break Show. Once again, want to thank everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Blake Walker. We're going to send it to your game. Thank you for watching the CISN Game Break Show.
Southeast Polk on a 2-game winning streak, and even the 3 losses that Southeast Polk had were close games. We're talking, leading Northwest down, taking a lead into the fourth quarter against Waukee Northwest. So I expect a really competitive game tonight. I think it's going to be interesting, too. This matchup, the last time these two teams played, we've got a couple guys who didn't play. Obviously, for Dowling, Joey Coppola did not play in that first game, and so that's a big lift that Dowling obviously has in their lineup. And then Carson Robinson, Trey Lust also did not play for Southeast Polk. So a little bit difference here in the lineup, and we'll see how these two teams adjust to those.
Well, the Rams have lost 6 of their last 9 games, but They've won 2 in a row this week. They got a win Tuesday night against Urbandale, and then last night, in the game I happened to see in person, they took on Des Moines Hoover at Hoover. And you know what that gym's like to win in. Tough with Courtney Henderson and his group. Well, the Rams pulled out a win last night at Hoover in the fourth quarter late. They pulled away from Des Moines Hoover, won by 5. So for head coach Alan Jenkins, 5th year at Southeast Polk, it's been injuries. It's been a lot of things going on, but now he's getting his group together. He had 7 in the rotation last night. The 8th player rolled his ankle, so another injury, but you know what? They're going to suit up and they're going to play hard, and so will Dowling. The Maroons will be without Nyanji, their true center, who comes in off the bench. He's out with an illness, so he will not play tonight, so Dowling loses 1 there.
Well, neither one of these teams are going to make excuses. Both of these programs are so proud. Obviously, all you got to do is go back to the state football for the past couple of years to see what kind of talent is in these two schools. So I expect a really competitive game tonight. Should be a lot of fun. You know, you look at this, the first matchup, Mark. Dowling actually trailed at halftime in that first game and then outscored Southeast Polk 35-22 in the second half to sort of break things open. So, I think it's going to be really competitive, and obviously with the addition of Joey Coppola here tonight for the Dowling Maroons, sets up really well for them.
They've been playing well with Joey, starting to find his stroke. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back with starting lineups and tip-off. Dowling and Southeast Polk, the boys matchup, coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, the final in Game 1. Dowling 67, Southeast Polk 36 in the girls contest. Back with the tip-off of the boys, Mark Hamadale, Mike Swaim on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym. Mark Hamadale, Mike Swaim, as we get set for the boys' game between Dowling Catholic and Southeast Polk. As introductions are taking place right now, we'll do that with Southeast Polk. Their head coach is Alan Jenkins in his 5th year, 51 wins, 62 losses. The Rams come in with a record of 4-11. They've won their last 2 games in a row after losing 6 of their past 9. And they will start this lineup tonight at 1 guard. Riley Edwards, he's one of their captains, 6'3" senior, wears number 3, averaging 14.5 points, which leads the team. Edwards will wear number 3. The other guard is Bodie Goodman, 6-foot sophomore, averaging 15 points, leads the team in assists, steals, and free throw percentage. He'll wear number 11. And the other guard will be Carson Robbins, a 6'1" junior, averaging 1.5 points. Robbins will wear number 13. At 1 forward would be Lincoln Contrail, a 6'7" senior, averaging 9.5 points, leads the team in blocks and field goal percentage. And Contrail will wear number 12. And the other forward is Jackson Barton, the 6'4" junior, averaging just under 4 points, leads the team in rebounds with 5.5, and he'll wear number 20. So it'll be Edwards, Goodman, Cantrell, Robbins, and Barton, the 5 starting for Southeast Polk. They come in averaging just over 54 points on offense, give up just 64 points on defense. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will start this lineup at 1 guard, Davis Scheck, 5'11" senior, Joey Coppola, a junior, and Drew Morrow, a senior. Ryan Kleppe and Riddick Metton, the 2 forwards, and we're underway here at the Dowling gym, Mike Swaim.
Yeah, a little bit of a size advantage for Southeast Polk as I look across the lineups here, and that's a turnover early, trying to go inside the post, just threw it away that time.
Yes, it certainly is. Maroons have faced that most of the year with their size disadvantage. Dowling starts out in man. We've seen that 3-2 zone when necessary. Rams coming off a win last night at Hoover. Dowling won in the first meeting 62-51 at Southeast Polk back in December. There's 15 on the shot clock. Rams get inside to Robbins. Nearly lost it. Gets it in the corner to Edwards for three. In and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. We got a loose ball foul called on Jackson Barton on Southeast Polk. So it'll be Dowling basketball here, Mike, as we set the stage.
Yeah, early three-pointer by Southeast Polk was a miss. And, you know, the last game that they played Dowling, they go 5 for 27, Mark, from three. Neither one of these teams are really great at the three-point shot, but they both like to take them.
Dowling with the ball on their offensive end. Here's Capola with it. Rams start out man-to-man as Robbins on Capola. Drew Morrow with it. He's guarded by Edwards. Now out to Kleppe, guarded by Cantrell. In the corner it goes to Mitten. He'll launch the three up and leaves it short. Fight for the rebound. And a whistle and a loose ball foul on Dowling. They'll get Mitten for the reach-in. Riddick Mitten picking up his first foul for Dowling.
Both teams sort of feeling each other out. Both in aggressive sort of man-to-man defense.
Rams winning 2 in a row for their 4 wins. Half of them been this week. Dowling's won 3 in a row. Started last Friday night with a win over Johnston. Beat Iowa City West on Saturday and then defeated Ankeny at Ankeny this Tuesday. And now here's Cantrell for 3. It's no good. Rebound Dowling and Capola. So we got lids in the basket. And now Capola blasts to the basket. His shot up no good. Tip by Mitten no good. Rebound Southeast Polk. The lid still in the basket.
Well, that was a miss there, but that's a great drive by Capola, and I think Dowling's got to do that. Get to the paint, see if you can get some easy buckets.
Lincoln Cantrell kicks it back out. He's at 6'7". He's a size problem. Underneath, layup good. Bodie Goodman with the basket. Used the left hand, his offhand, and knifed through that left side.
Yeah, really nice drive that time. A little late for Dowling on that weak side rotation.
Dowling with the basketball. They go right to left. Capola for 3. Good. He is starting to find his stroke, and we saw it Tuesday night at Ankeny, and he hits a long 3 there.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned not playing in that first game and already contributing. Had the nice drive, couldn't finish, but that time with a good 3.
Southeast Polk with the basketball. Lincoln Cantrell leaves it for Robbins, who gets the start tonight over Zeb Hins. Now Goodman with it, top of the key, guarded by Drew Morrow. Cantrell over Kleppe. His shot no good from three-point range. Rebound Dowling. This is Drew Morrow. Gets it to Capola, nearly lost it. Backdoor cut to Kleppe. Kicks it out to Morrow in the corner for 3. It's no good. Mitten with the rebound. A loose ball foul on Southeast Polk. Good job by Riddick Mitten.
Yeah, nice job that time. A good back cut, too, by Dowling. I like good pass when they got a really good look there by Morrow in the corner. Just couldn't finish that 3.
All right, here is Kleppe with it. He had a real good night at Ankeny. Attacked the glass. His shot with the left hand, no good. Out of bounds, too. Southeast Polk. I'll tell you what, Kleppe, Ryan's done a nice job facing the basket, now attacking the basket. And we keep forgetting this is only his 15th game because he played all JV ball last year, his first varsity experience, and he is progressing very nicely. Undersized in the post.
Yeah, nice aggressive move that time. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Good help defense that by Kleppe, and on the lane, a shot up and good by Riley Edwards as the basket will count and a foul on Dowling. That'll be on Capola, and it'll be Joey's first. And Edwards with a very strong move there gives the Rams a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, great finish. There's a lot of contact on that. He was able to get it to drop.
Our officials tonight, TJ Augustine, Lou Yasinich, and Tyler Brady. And Edwards' free throw, no good, too strong. Rebound, Morrow. Dowling down court, and Morrow dribbles off his knee, out of bounds. So Maroons getting careless with the basketball. They're trying to take advantage of a break when they have it, but then you got to finish.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness, pushing it up, but you got to see what you have. And that time he tried to dribble through 2 guys, and Morrow lost it off of his leg.
There's Cantrell with it. Lincoln Cantrell, 6'7", senior, long 3, up and good. Bodie Goodman, he was hot last night for the Rams. He's off to the races now. He's got 5 points, 7-3 Southeast Polk. Rams lead by 4. Dowling with the ball. Here's Scheck. Davis launches a 3 off the back iron, no good, and a loose ball foul on Southeast Polk. As Dowling inside position, they're going to get Robbins for the foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul on the Rams. 2 on Dowling. And substitution now, A.J. Schaefer who battled an ankle injury last night. He will replace Carson Robbins.
Davis Sheck that time with a miss mark. He went 4 for 7 against Southeast Polk from 3, so more than capable of hitting those threes.
Here's Kleppe against Cantrell. His shot up no good. Edwards with the rebound. Rams lead by 4. Their largest lead of the night. Dowling is led by 1. And the Maroons staying man-to-man. They'll pop in that 3-2 zone. And now Goodman for 3. It's no good. Rebound Sheck. And we got an injured player, and that is Bodie Goodman, who hit the deck after the 3.
Yeah, there was some contact there, Mark, and there's a step over there on that corner of the bleachers, and I think he fell into that.
I think he did too. We're going to take a 1-minute break and return on our network on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. It's 7-3. Southeast Polk leads Dowling. We'll take a 1-minute break and return on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
All right, out of the injury timeout, Southeast Polk has the basketball. They drive baseline, 8 on the shot clock. Rams with it. This is Barton. Gets it to Cantrell, coming off the screen. Pull-up jumper up and good. Tough move that time by Lincoln Cantrell. That's his first basket of the night. It's 9-3, Southeast Polk by 6.
I thought he took an extra step, didn't get called, but a nice shot that time by Cantrell after going 0 for 2.
Here's Coppola for 3, and it's good. Joey Coppola with both of Dowling's buckets, 9-6 Southeast Polk, and Joey Coppola with 6 points, comes in averaging 10.5, and he has 23 made threes. He's second on the team, and he missed 6 games.
Yeah, he's got a really nice stroke. That was nothing but net.
Rams with the basketball. A.J. Schaefer into the contest right now. And now turnaround shot in the lane, off the back iron, bounces, no good by Jackson Barton, a rebound Dowling. Bodie Goodman went out with an injury, and he was replaced by Carson Robbins after missing on a 3, hitting the deck and landing into the the stands, the support stands. And now here is Odie for 3. It's no good by Dowling. Jackson Odie in the lineup, number 10 for Dowling Catholic, a 6'3 senior. Now here's Edwards in the lane, changes the hand and hits the shot. Layup good by Riley Edwards with his 4th point.
Yeah, that's too easy for the Dowling defense. They've got to get better rotation that time, Mark. Now they turn it over.
Now bad pass that time, deflected off of Sheck, and the pass from Coppola. And now substitutions for Dowling. Kleppe and Morrow will check out. Checking in will be Colin Clark and Dante Cataldo. Maroons will play 9, but tonight they're without the services of Andrew Nyanji, who's out with an illness. We've already seen Colin Clark, Jack Odie into the Dowling lineup.
Yeah, Southeast Polk has Trey Lust and Jamari Williams and also Mark, so both teams going to their bench.
Yeah, Lust on that state championship football team, and he's been injured, and he's just been back here the last few games. Now whistling a foul on Southeast Polk. They're going to get...
I think that's going to be Joey Coppola on that foul.
Coppola with his 2nd foul, if that's the case. 3 team fouls each. Rams with the ball, a long 3, no good by Edwards, out of bounds to Dowling. So the Maroons now will have the ball as Clark inbounds it to Coppola. Colin will take it across the timeline. 11-6, Southeast Polk by 5. Minute 15 to go, first quarter here at the Dowling gym. Maroons with the basketball. This is Coppola down the lane. His shot up and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but I thought that was a good no call.
And they saying that Coppola was the last guy to touch it. So it'll be Rams with it. They go left to right in front of you, wearing their road dark uniforms, black uniforms, gold numbers. Dowling in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers, and Dowling in the zone.
Yeah, first time we've seen the zone here tonight, Mark.
And they've played that zone very effectively throughout the year. Underneath Trey Lust, can't get off the shot, now gets it over in the corner for three. It's good. That's Bodie Goodman for three, so he wasn't hurt very long.
Yeah,
he's got 8 points.
That's the one guy you got to find. He's already had a couple threes, and Dowling that time missed him in that zone.
That is his 14th and now 15th made three of the year for Goodman. 14-6, Rams by 8. This is their largest lead. Dowling with the ball. Here is Odie with it. Jack in the lane, shot off the glass, too strong, no good. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk and Trey Lust.
Yeah, no white shirts there for the offensive rebound. Both teams have been doing a nice job on the defensive glass, but boy, you'd like to see some guys crashing the boards there.
4 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now a long three by Goodman. Up, good. Oh, you can't stop him. 11 first quarter points for Bodie Goodman, and Southeast Polk now takes the lead as we end the first quarter with the score. Southeast Polk 17, Dowling 6, and we'll return with the second quarter from the Dowling gym in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. The Rams with the first possession of the second quarter. They work it inside to Riley Edwards. His shot is good. 6 points for Edwards. And all of a sudden, the Rams with a 13-point lead over Dowling, Mike Swain.
Well, just a simple back cut that time by Edwards. And again, no help defense. Dowling really struggling from the field on offense and really struggling to contain Southeast Polk on the offensive end.
And now the Maroons get the ball in the lane, and Metten shuffles his feet, traveling. That'll wipe off the shot, and a turnover by Dowling. So here comes Southeast Polk, leading 19-6 here in the second quarter. Now Cantrell for three, and it's good. Lincoln Cantrell, and Dowling will call a timeout. The Rams have hit 4 made threes here in the first half. We'll take a break. 7:05 to go, second quarter. 22-6, Southeast Polk leads Dowling. Back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, 22-6. Southeast Polk out to a big lead over Dowling Catholic here in the second quarter. 6:50 remaining. Here is Metten underneath for the Maroons. Stops and now kicks it back out. Down the lane is Clark. His layup is good. Colin Clark off the bench with his first 2 points. And the Maroons needed that basket, Mike Swaim.
Well, they did, Mark, and they've got to get a stop here on defense. They've got to put together a couple stops and be able to convert on the other end.
All right, Southeast Polk on their offensive end. Down the lane, a shot up and no good, but a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And 2 free throws coming for the Rams. And this will be on Capola, I believe. And that'll be his 3rd foul.
They've got him for the 2nd, Mark.
I do too.
Yeah, they must have missed one there, but right now Riley Edwards is able to put the ball on the deck and get to the basket. And then when they kick it out, you've got Bodie Goodman who's nailing threes, and it's been impressive here this offensive start for the Southeast Polk Rams.
Second free throw no good. 22-8 is our score. As Edwards with 6 points tonight, 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Here's Sheck with it to Clark, to Metten on the baseline. Dowling right to left on your screen. Here's a three-pointer by Sheck, no good. Weak side rebound, Cataldo, and a pushing foul on the Rams. And they're going to get Carson Robbins for his 2nd.
Yeah, I thought Sheck just rushed that three-point shot a little bit, Mark. Didn't get his feet set, but luckily Dante Cataldo there for the rebound. Gives Dowling another opportunity here.
A.J. Schaefer in the lineup, 5'11 junior, wearing number 10 in for Southeast Polk. Dowling with the inbounds. Rams stay man-to-man. Here's Davis down the lane. It's a little scoop shot, no good. Weak side rebound, Cataldo, and he knocks it out of bounds. Good hustle by Dante, but it'll be Southeast Polk possession with just under 6 minutes to play. Rams leading 22-8. Wow. Hot shooting. Mike, I mentioned the Rams have hit 4 threes here in this first half. And we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, Dowling matched up man-to-man, but the back cuts and putting the ball on the floor has really hurt Dowling.
Here's Cantrell for 3. It's no good. Rams keep the rebound. Cantrell works underneath. He gets it to Barton. His layup is good. Nice head fake and score that time for Jackson Barton. That's his first basket.
That was a great dish by Cantrell after he put the ball on the floor and got deep into that lane.
24-8. Southeast Polk now a bad pass, stolen away by Goodman. His reverse layup no good, tip no good. Follow-up is up and good by Edwards. The basket will count and a foul on Dowling. Edwards with 8 points and an and one here. And they'll get Riddick Metten for his 2nd foul.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact, no call against Goodman, but Southeast Polk able to follow it up and then to make matters worse, a foul on that basket, Mark.
And you're seeing, Mike, and we've seen this earlier this year where teams kind of anticipate Dowling's cross-court pass guard to guard, and they're anticipating that, and they got in the passing lane and a score. And an opportunity here as Edwards is 0 for 3 tonight thus far, and now he's 1 for 4. Completes the 3-point play. Edwards with 9 points. And it's 27-8. Southeast Polk by 19 here in the first half over Dowling. Earlier tonight it was the Dowling girls, a 67-36 win over Southeast Polk, but it's been the Southeast Polk boys here in game 2. Drew Morrow back in the lineup. Dribbles in the lane, can't get off a shot. Now here is Jackson Odie. Cut off, now to Cataldo, back to Odie. Fakes a 3, gets inside, shot up, rims out, and a rebound, Lincoln Cantrell of Southeast Polk.
It's just one shot and out, Mark, for Dowling. No offensive rebounds for the Maroons so far tonight.
27-8. Southeast Polk leads Dowling. The Maroons come in on a 3-game winning streak. Dowling's record is 7-7. Southeast Polk's record 4-11. And the Rams have won back-to-back games for the first time this week with wins over Urbandale and beating Hoover at Hoover last night. And they're not showing any ill effects of that. And they work it underneath to Barton. His shot up and good. And a timeout Dowling with 4:10 to go. And this will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. The Rams lead by 21, 29-8 with 4:10 left to go in the half.
Well, so right now, Mark, Southeast Polk is doing whatever they want on offense, and Dowling has no answers defensively. There's very little help, and they've been able to let Southeast Polk penetrate and get into that paint, which is really causing problems and putting stress on that defense. And then to make matters worse, on the other side, every shot has been contested down here for Dowling, and there's no offensive rebounds. And so Southeast Polk has just been on a tear, and Dowling has been stuck on 8 for what seems like the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, no question about it. It's a nice game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Mercy One, Dental Associates, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reminder, at halftime of this boys contest, we will have members of the Dowling girls basketball staff join us. I think one of them is to your right there, Coach Swaim, and that is Coach Danner. Joel Danner will join us. He might have a player or two. We'll see. 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Southeast Polk 29, Dowling 8. Maroons with the basketball. Here's Ryan Kleppe. Gets over to Morrow. Drew dribbles to the right elbow. Gets it out to Davis Sheck to Capola for 3. It's off the back iron. Hits the shot clock, which is dead, out of bounds to Southeast Polk.
Yeah, pretty good ball movement that time, and Capola had a look there, but boy, Southeast Polk is just really contesting every shot, doing a great job defensively.
All right, Rams with the basketball. Bodie Goodman with it. Works underneath it. A shot up again. They are really working inside. They got it inside to Barton, who comes in averaging just under 4 points. He's got 6 points all in the second quarter.
Just a simple screen and roll to the basket that time.
All right, here's Sheck to the basket. Layup is good. Davis Sheck with his first points. Capola with 6 points. Colin Clark with 2 and Davis Sheck with 2. That's it. Maroons have not been to the free throw line. Southeast Polk been to the line 4 times. They're 1 for 4 at the line, and they work it inside again. A shot up and good. They're just having their way with Dowling underneath, and that was Riley Edwards with his 11th point. Well, the ball out of bounds. They'll give it to Dowling as Odie was on the baseline, and now Metten will check in for the Maroons.
Dowling just not able to stop Southeast Polk from getting to the basket. They're just driving at will.
Substitutions now as Jackson Barton checks out for Southeast Polk. Checking in will be Trey Lust, who was in earlier. I think they'll get the shot clock down to 28. They reset it to 28 seconds, so Dowling will inbound the ball. Sheck with it, catch and shoot for 3. Good. Davis Sheck, corner 3 from the left side, and he's got 5 points. 33-13. Southeast Polk by 20 with 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the half.
Dowling's got to find a way to string together 1 or 2 stops here, Mark.
All right, here's Cantrell with it, guarded by Kleppe. Get it up top to Bodie Goodman, guarded by Davis Sheck. 15 on the shot clock. Rams start out in the high post. Here's Cantrell. Gets it to Goodman. Corner pass to Schaefer for 3. Good. He can't miss. A.J. Schaefer with his 3rd 3 of the season, and it's 36-13 Rams.
Well, just great ball movement that time. Nice kick out, and everybody's feeling it tonight.
Now Sheck dribble drives and draws the foul. That'll be on Bodie Goodman, his second. Goodman with 11 points, all in the first quarter. Landed hard right in front of the Dowling student section on that last step of the bleachers and was out momentarily, but he's been back in. Not showing any ill effects of that. 36-13, Dowling with the ball. Morrow on the baseline, and he draws the foul, and that'll be on Trey Lust, his first. 16th foul on Southeast Polk.
Morrow tried to put the ball on the floor, basically ran into a brick wall that time. He wasn't going anywhere. Officials called the foul.
Now Morrow for 3, it's off the back iron, no good. Kleppe with the offensive rebound, keeping the possession alive. Now here is Sheck for 3, top of the key, and it's no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Trey Lust. Rams will walk it up the floor with Riley Edwards. Minute 40 to go in the half. 36-13 Southeast Polk. 23-point lead for the Rams here in the first half. And now pull-up jumper, Edwards, the free throw line, good. Edwards with 13 points.
Right, with Edwards and Goodman, it's just been a 1-2 punch that Dowling has not been able to recover from.
Here's Metten with it. Dribbles it off his leg, out of bounds to Southeast Polk. Rams could do no wrong, and Dowling has not found the right combination here, Mike.
Now, really active hands that time by the Southeast Polk defense, and so far, Coach Jenkins has got to think this has been a textbook half.
Yes, it has.
For the Southeast Polk Rams.
Mentioned earlier the Rams came in here. They've lost 6 of their last 9 games, but have won 2 in a row this week, and they're looking to tack on number 3. 38-13 Southeast Polk as we approach the 1-minute mark left here in the first half. We'll be joined by members of the Dowling girls basketball team, a winner tonight, 67-36 over Southeast Polk. Earlier this year, Dowling boys winning 62-51 at Southeast Polk back on December 13th. That is certainly not the case tonight, at least in the first half. Edwards will pull up for 3. It's good! Right in front of the Dowling bench and over Kleppe. 16 points for Edwards. That is the 5th 3 in the first half for the Rams. Dowling gets the ball down the floor, and they draw a foul. And this will be on Carson Robbins, his 3rd.
Mark, we may have to go to our stat department to see how many threes Southeast Polk, their record for made threes and a half, because they're approaching it with this one.
Well, they have 6 right now and counting. Check at the line for Dowling. Davis, a senior, gets the first free throw. He's got 6 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professional. Second free throw is good. Scheck now with 7 points, all in the second quarter. 41-15 Southeast Polk. 41 points.
Trying to apply a little backcourt pressure here to see if they can cause a turnover. Almost get it there.
Now the Rams get it across. Edwards underneath, reverse layup, rolls through. Getting the spin and everything. Riley Edwards with 18 points here in the first half. 43-15 Southeast Polk.
Wow, what a great drive. Southeast Polk can just do no wrong here in this half.
28-point lead for the Rams. Dowling with the ball. Here's Scheck with it. Attacks the glass. Layup good. Davis Scheck shoots and scores. That is his 9th point. And we go to halftime with Southeast Polk leading Dowling 43-17 here, Mike Swain. Before we go to break, let's get some of your comments, as this has been all Southeast Polk to start the contest.
Well, Mark, we mentioned the last time they played. They went 5 for 27 from 3, did Southeast Polk in that loss to Dowling. Tonight they've got 6 made threes in the first half. They've already surpassed the 3-point number that they had the last time, and I've been really impressed with Southeast Polk's defense. Really good team defense, making it very difficult for Dowling to drive. And on the other end, boy, Dowling has just let Southeast Polk do whatever they want offensively. Way too much penetration. And then what's that led to is kickouts for wide open threes. And once those first several went in, Mark, you could just see the confidence at Southeast Polk, and everyone started. It was just like you opened up a faucet. And Dowling's got a lot of work to do in that second half.
Well, the Rams outscored Dowling 17-6 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Dowling 26-17 here in the second quarter. Southeast Polk leads Dowling 43-17 at halftime of the boys contest. When we come back, we'll catch up with members of the girls basketball team. Assistant coach Joel Danner and Marin Heller will join us at halftime, so stay tuned. Their families are staying tuned, and we will too, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Player-wise and team-wise.
Well, they locked in all right. This young lady didn't start, but boy, what a finish between her and Ellie Muller. And Marin Heller, you were feeling it tonight. I'll tell you what, you were shooting. Well, you didn't take the bus here, but you were feeling it once you got in. And I'll tell you what, your defense was exceptional. This was a different team we saw back in December over at the Ram Gym, where you had that lead at halftime and kind of whittled away. You guys closed it out, and I think you closed it out early. Marin, congratulations. Talk about kind of what Coach Danner said, pigtail on some of that stuff.
Yeah, we knew going into that game that Southeast Polk was our last loss, and we wanted to make a statement from the jump. We wanted to get out, run, and we've been playing really good on our home court, and we knew we were going to come out and hit some shots. And Southeast Polk started out with that zone defense, and we knew we had to knock down some shots, and we just ended up doing it. And we knew we had to play D, especially that second half when the coaches weren't by when we weren't playing defense by our bench. We had to really talk a lot, and I think that helped us most was our defense.
And you're going to see the defense, the zone defense out of Southeast Polk, because they had 2 gals in foul trouble that were sitting on the bench, 2 starters, so that helped you more, and you didn't want any contributions from their bench. But you were part of Dowling's bench, and you contributed pretty nicely.
Yeah, it was just I was having a little bit of a rough shooting year to begin with, and I just kept believing in myself, and I knew my teammates would give me the ball, and just happened to break out this game, and my teammates fed me the ball really well. They saw the hot hand, they gave me the ball, and we just played good sound offense.
Certainly did. That just like practice, right, Coach Danner?
Just
a
like
good day of practice, and sometimes that transfers out. You put the crowd out here, hook up the radio, get the referees out here, and it transfers to a game. It did tonight.
It did tonight. Everything that we've been working on, just taking more time with the ball in the offensive end and being a little bit more in control and not rushing things, taking what the defense gives you, and then just attacking. Our girls have done such a great job attacking downhill the last few weeks. Get to the basket, like you said, and getting them in early foul trouble. And our first quarters have been strong, and they really have, and that's where we set the tempo for the rest of the game. Then our girls just believe once they get that lead, especially on their home court, we're going to keep it.
Well, you had a lead at the end of the first quarter, 16-6. You outscored the Rams 15-7 in the second quarter. So, Coach Danner, you go into halftime leading 31-13. What were the adjustments, if any? Sometimes just leave well enough alone, but what were some of the things discussed at halftime for Dowling?
I think the biggest thing was we were in a situation over at Southeast Polk and did the same exact thing. And, let's take care of the first 3 minutes. Let's not let them come out, get any momentum, which they did again tonight. We called a quick 30 timeout. We slowed down, and we basically just took the game over from that point on. I think they cut it down to maybe 11, but then we kind of pulled away, and girls just kept the foot to the pedal and just kept going.
Marin, I like the offense. You got somebody penetrating, and then you have some wing people that can knock down the 3. Obviously, you're one of them. But when Ava doesn't shoot and can kick it out, Lauren Frericks, yourself and others knocking down those shots. Those are so important, especially with the way you run your offense when they are in man-to-man.
Yeah, and during the halftime, we knew that their starters were going to come back in, and we wanted them to come back in. We knew we could rattle them up a little bit more, and if we saw their leaders on the Rams team get a little rattled, we knew we had them, and we knew we played our ball. We've been playing great ball the past 9 games, and we knew coming out of that second half, we kept up the energy. They were going to get rattled, and we just kept our foot on the pedal.
Visit with Marin Heller, and Joel Danner, part of the Dowling coaching staff. Marin, off the bench tonight with a career high. I got it for 17. You had it for 21. But Marin, one thing Coach Meyer said about him a few weeks ago is that right going into Christmas, Dowling was the third worst team defensively in the state in Class 5A. I think that's part of the coaching staff. I really do. I think that's Coach Danner. But boy, have you ever changed the tone. You have gotten after it defensively. And I look tonight, the Rams, 6 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter. They had 14 in the third, and then finished the game with 9 points. You have really locked down defensively as a team, not individually, but as a team. And that has propelled you on the offensive side too. But talk about a little of that of the defensive mentality.
Yeah, our coaches always say that defense travels. You know, we as long as we bring defense, our offense is going to carry into the game. And if we just play hard-nosed defense and we get after it and we're talking constantly and we're getting boards and we're pushing it up the pace, I mean, there's nobody's going to be able to stop us.
All right, well, I know we're getting ready for the second half. Coach Danner, you got 8 days off. You don't play again until you go to Sioux City for your next game a week from tomorrow. Yeah. What are the kids going to do for a week? Is this back to preseason practice?
It's back to preseason practice. I tell you what. Skill work comes Sunday. We'll come back, get back after skill work. You know what? And I've already got the scouting report going for Sioux City East, so that's hard. That's my job. So we'll get things ready, and hopefully we'll get up and down a little bit next week, keep our legs fresh, so we're ready to go next Saturday.
All right. Well, listen, have a great week. Stay healthy. Marin, keep doing what you're doing. If you got to go outside the program to get those shots in, I don't know if you trust, Faber and Danner here, but keep doing what you're doing. You guys are playing great, and we'll see you at Waukee Northwest. Later on in the month of February.
Thank you, Mark.
Will do.
All right. Any shout-outs here, Marin?
Shout out to my grandpa and my dad for always believing in me and my mom for always caring for me.
You got a lot of people that do that.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Coach Danner?
Yeah, I have to go to my wife sitting at home. She was here for the game tonight, but, she doesn't get many shout-outs on the radio, so that's where I'm going.
There you go. That's safe. All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
That's Joel Danner and Marin Heller from Dowling Catholic. We'll take a 1-minute break, return for the second half of the boys' game on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Great job.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Second half underway. Want to thank assistant coach Joel Danner and Marin Heller, Dowling sophomore, for joining us at halftime. Now a three-pointer up and good by Davis Sheck, who has picked up the scoring for Dowling. Here, Mike Swain. It's 43-20. The Rams by 23 points here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Dowling in a little bit of a 2-2-1 zone press, just trying to change it up. Give Southeast Polk a different look.
Get them out of rhythm. I mean, the Rams have hot shooting. We'll go through the numbers here with Riley Edwards leading the way at halftime with 13 points. 11 points for Bodie Goodman. Cantrell with 5. 6 points for Jackson Barton for the Rams. And A.J. Schaefer off the bench with 3. And Southeast Polk knocked down 6 threes. Dowling underneath. Shot no good by Kleppe, and a rebound Cantrell.
That was a good move by Kleppe. He's just hasn't been able to finish down low. He's got to be able to fight through some of that contact.
Southeast Polk with the basketball. Right to left in front of you, wearing their road dark uniforms. Underneath, a shot up and no good by Jackson Barton, but he drew the foul. 2 free throws coming for the Rams. This foul will be on Dowling, and Riddick Metten his third.
Yeah, somehow Dowling has got to be able to stop Southeast Polk from getting into that paint area. That time just an easy dish from Riley Edwards.
Barton had 6 points at halftime. He'll get 2 free throws here. First one in and out, no good. For Dowling, the Maroons were led by Davis Sheck with 9 points at halftime. He currently has 12 points with the three-pointer a little while ago in the third quarter. Joey Coppola with 6 points. Drew Morrow did not score. Colin Clark off the bench with 2 points. Jack Odie did not score. And Riddick Metten has not scored. Dowling 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Second free throw good by Barton, and he now has 7 points for Southeast Polk. 44-20. Rams with the lead.
There's a lot of time left, Mark, but realistically, Dowling's got to get this thing down to about a 13-point game going into the fourth quarter if they want to have any shot of pulling this thing out.
Kleppe for 3, it's no good, and that lid's got to come off the basket for Dowling. The Maroons have been shooting very well in their 3-game winning streak, but not in the first half tonight. Rams with the ball. Here's Lincoln Cantrell down the lane. Fadeaway jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Drew Morrow and Dowling. Drew takes it all the way down. They don't pick him up, and he misses the layup. Rebound, A.J. Schaefer, who's in there for the Rams. Now to Edwards. Riley down the lane. Reverse layup, too strong. Offensive rebound, Barton. Put back up and good. And Jackson Barton shooting and scoring, and he's got 9 points.
Yeah, another second chance opportunity from Southeast Polk. Dowling can't afford to give those up. Really nice drive that time by Coppola.
Joey with his 8th point as he slices right through the lane. 46-22, Southeast Polk. Dowling with a little 1-2-2, full court pressure. They break the press, does Southeast Polk. Here's Edwards. Gets it over in the corner to Schaefer for 3. It's no good. And the rebound, Dowling. Here's Drew Morrow in transition to Coppola for 3, and he missed everything. Rebound out to Goodman.
Well, sometimes defensive stops can lead to transition baskets. That time, Coppola with a wide open 3, but just not even close.
Riley Edwards with 18 points. Stand corrected there as he's filling up the stat sheet. Bodie Goodman with 8 points at halftime, and now Dowling with the ball. Check that, 11 points at halftime was Goodman, yet to score here in the second half. Dowling with the ball. Here is Morrow with it. Drew dribbles in the lane, cut off, gets it back to Kleppe. Ryan in the lane, jump stops, turnaround jumper, in and out, no good. Lid on the basket again for Dowling, and a rebound out to the Rams and Riley Edwards.
Mark, Dowling's getting good opportunities, and Southeast Polk has been missing, and obviously Coach Jenkins wants to talk about it because Southeast Polk's offense hasn't looked as crisp as it did in that first half.
30-second timeout called by Dowling. We'll keep it here. 46-22. Southeast Polk leads Dowling Catholic. I want to thank Skeffton's Formal Wear, Dental Associates, and Construction Professionals for their support all season long. Other games going on in the league tonight. Ankeny is at Waukee Northwest. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Urbandale at Waukee. Ankeny Centennial at Johnston. West Des Moines Valley has the night off tonight. They'll be playing a doubleheader tomorrow beginning at noon against City High of Iowa City. They're scheduled to come over. They moved the game up. Boys game at noon, the girls at 1:30. The game will be played at Valley Southwoods due to the JV wrestling meet going on at Valley.
Very close to over and back that time. I looked at Lou Yasnich. He was right on it, though.
Eagle Eye Lou. Good to see him back in the striped shirts at this level. Now, Rams with the basketball, leading 46-22. Under 4 minutes to play. We played halfway through the third quarter. In the lane, spinning, and that's Riley Edwards' shot. It's no good. Coppola picks up the foul, and on Joey, that's his fourth. Or third, okay.
Yeah, third foul.
Third foul on Coppola.
I don't think Coach Steel King doesn't have a choice. He's got to keep Coppola in at this point.
And free throws coming for the Rams. First one no good by Edwards, who has 18 points at halftime. He and Bodie Goodman, who had 11, lead the Rams tonight. Jackson Barton, a nice game. He's got 9 points right now. He had 6 at halftime. Second free throw, no good.
That's about the only thing Edwards hasn't done well tonight, Mark, is the free throws, because he's been getting to the rim at will.
He's at 1 for 6 at the line thus far, is Edwards. Now underneath Metten, and he does a head fake, and falling right on him is Jamari Williams, and Jamari apologizes. That'll be his first foul. It'll be out of bounds to Dowling.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Metten try and at least go up, just get the action to get the 2 free throws.
Maroons get it underneath. A shot up and no good by Kleppe, but he drew the foul. And this will be on Trey Lust, his second, and Ryan to the free throw line for the Maroons. And yeah, you're right, Mike. Talk about free throws. Southeast Polk was 1 for 4 in the first half, and they are now 1 for 4 here in the third quarter. Is a free throw good by Kleppe. That's his first point of the night for Dowling. 46-23. Second free throw rolls through. Gets the Mike Swaim roll. 46-24. The lead is 22 for Southeast Polk. 3:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Little 1-2-2 full court pressure. Diagonal pass. The Rams get it across the timeline.
A dangerous angle that time, passing back out to the top.
Here's Luss with it. Gets it underneath, and the shot blocked underneath. But Robbins will go to the free throw line as the foul's on Dowling. I think they get Kleppe with it. And they do. That's his first.
It's just a simple flex cut by Carson Robbins. Again, Dowling just have no answer defensively.
Both teams with 3 fouls each. First free throw no good.
Southeast Polk keeps missing these free throws, Mark. Coach Steel King may have to do the old hack-a-shack for the rest of the game.
Rams are 1 for 6.
Wow.
In the third quarter. They're 2 for 10 for the ball game at the free throw line. Keep an eye on that. 46-24. Here is Capola for 3. And the ball tipped out of bounds that went off of Southeast Polk as Metten was in there battling. And Coach Jenkins thought, hey, I had a push in the back on that. Dowling with a brand new shot clock and the ball. They get into Metten. Nearly loses it. Finds Morrow on a back cut. He tried to pass it back out. The ball is tipped away by Goodman and a foul on Morrow in the backcourt. So Drew picks up his first foul. That'll be the 14th foul on Dowling here in the second half. The Rams with 3. 46-24. Southeast Polk leads Dowling as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a 67-36 win over Southeast Polk in a battle of top 10 girls teams. Well, the Rams, that token pressure by Dowling takes a little bit of time off that shot clock. The Rams work their offense, just trying to get them out of sync. Underneath, a shot up on the baseline. No good by Lust. Rebound Dowling, and Jack Edwards checking in with the rebound. Here's Capola with it to Morrow. And swinging over to Davis Scheck. Scheck dribbles towards the lane. The ball slapped out of bounds. They say it was slapped off his hip and out of bounds to Southeast Polk as Dante Cataldo will replace Scheck in the Dowling lineup.
Yeah, tough break for Scheck that time. He was hoping for some contact, but I thought looked fairly clean to me, and I thought it did go off of his leg that time.
Went off his leg. He's saying he was fouled, but you got to play on. And now Southeast Polk, diagonal pass underneath off the break. Layup good by Trey Lust. That's his first basket of the night for Trey. Now underneath Morrow. He leaves it short. Rebound out to Lust. Lust is a guy who hasn't played a whole lot, coming off an injury. Played in the Southeast Polk defense on football. And underneath Lust, a shot no good. Rebound Southeast Polk, but they're going to get a foul on Dowling, and Dante Cataldo will pick up his first.
Southeast Polk's had great spacing, Mark. When they are penetrating and then kicking out and the ball rotation, just really been impressed, even though this third quarter they haven't scored well. They've missed some easy shots, and, of course, obviously the free throw line is doing atrocious. But
still happening.
Yeah.
Lust misses the first free throw.
But still getting good looks, and Dowling having to work for everything down on the offensive end.
This will be the Rams' 8th free throw attempt. They're 1 for 7 right now, all in the third quarter. 2 for 11. And the second free throw in and out, no good.
Well, as a coach, Mark, even on a win, you love to be able to tell your team, here's what we need to work on. I got a pretty good feeling what Coach Jenkins is going to be working on in practice tomorrow.
Special Saturday practice.
Yeah.
The Rams are 2 for 12 at the free throw line, yet they lead by 24. 48-24 Southeast Polk. Minute 45 to go, third quarter. Capola in the lane. And his turnaround shot no good. And the rebound, Rams.
Yeah, Joey started off so hot. He's missed several here in a row. Got to be able to just find some kind of easy shot to drop to get his confidence going back.
Rams will take the air out of the ball. Minute 25 to go. They'll work the shot clock. 18 on the shot clock. Here's Cantrell for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Cataldo. Outlet pass goes to Capola. Lead pass to Clark. Saves from going out of bounds to Cataldo. Looking inside. Jump stops. Leaves it for Capola. Layup good. Cataldo with the assist.
Yeah, really nice look that time by Cataldo as Joey Capola driving right down the lane.
10 points for Capola. Bruins with a 2-2-1 full court press. Now they get it across the timeline. This is Luss with it, and he has the ball kicked out of bounds by Dowling. Bruins will bring in Jack Odie and Davis Sheck. The Rams will bring in Jamari Williams. Metten and Capola check out of the Dowling lineup.
Yeah, give Joey just a little bit of a rest mark with 55 seconds to go here in this third.
Jackson Barton checks out of the Southeast Polk lineup. Here's Edwards, and he loses it.
Yep.
He tried to hand it off to Bodie Goodman. Edwards and Goodman, what a combination tonight, but that time they commit the turnover between the two of them.
Yeah, nice defensive play that time by Dowling. See if they can string together a couple baskets here.
Dowling with the ball. Kleppe for three. It's no good. Rebound Lust. And the Rams with it with Bodie Goodman taking the ball down court. 25 in the shot clock. 28 on the game clock. So a 3-second differential. The Rams will have to put up a shot before the horn. This is Goodman with 15 on the shot clock. Dowling stays man-to-man. Rams going right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling gym. Edwards dribble drives, leaves in the corner for Cantrell. Three-pointer good. Lincoln Cantrell with his second three of the night. He's got 8 points. 4 seconds remaining. The Maroons down court. Kleppe shot no good. Cantrell with the rebound. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Southeast Polk 51, Dowling Catholic 26. Along with Mike Swing, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return to the Dowling gym after this timeout on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Fourth quarter underway, 51-26. Southeast Polk leading Dowling in this boys contest. Rams get the first possession. In the lane is Jackson Barton. His shot up no good, and it's knocked out of bounds off Barton. It'll be Dowling basketball, but it's been all Southeast Polk tonight. Another great quarter for the Rams.
Yeah, even when they're missing shots, Mark, they're still getting really good looks. And for Dowling, it's just been such a struggle offensively to try and get any kind of good looks. Everything's contested, although that's a great shot there by Kleppe.
And a foul on Southeast Polk. The basket will count. Barton with his third foul for the Rams. And Ryan Kleppe with his first field goal of the night. He's got 4 points and an and one here. And we mentioned Southeast Polk just 1 for 8 in that third quarter. So they are now 2 for 12 at the free throw line. And if Dowling can get something going, they can take advantage of that free throw differential. But they miss the free throw as Kleppe misses. Rebound Southeast Polk. As Dowling was a perfect 4 for 4 at the line until that moment. They're now 4 of 5 at the line with the miss. 51-28, Southeast Polk. Girls game won by Dowling, 67-36 over the Rams in a top 10 matchup. If you joined us late here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Here's a jumper in the lane. It's no good by Edwards. Rebound Dowling. This is Kleppe with it. Cut off. Here is Cataldo. Out to Sheck. Over to Clark. Inside to Kleppe. Backs in. Layup no good. Gets his own rebound. Here is Cataldo for three. It's no good. And the rebound, Southeast Polk, lit on the basket for Dowling as Goodman comes away with it.
Well, what a great effort by Kleppe. He was falling down and able to get that pass to Cataldo. Good look at it. Couldn't find the bottom of the net.
There's Goodman coming off a ball screen, gets on the baseline, and a little 5-footer up and good by Robbins. Carson Robbins with his first basket of the game. He's got 2 points. 53-28. Southeast Polk with the lead. Now whistling a foul on the Rams as they'll get Trey Lust for his third foul. That'll be the 16th foul on Southeast Polk. 5 on Dowling. Inbounds to Sheck, and his shot no good. Fight for the rebound. They say it went off of Clark. It will be Southeast Polk basketball.
Oh, got to be careful there with the little kick. Officials don't like to see any players kicking balls, Mark.
Good group here. TJ Augustine, Lou Yasinich, and Tyler Brady are 3 officials. Rams with a break, and the layup up and good by Trey Lust. That is his 4th point.
You've got to get the ball stopped a lot higher than that.
55-28 Southeast Polk. Rams come in on a 2-game winning streak and a big win last night for Southeast Polk as they defeated Hoover at Hoover, something that don't happen very often. And they've taken that momentum to Dowling here tonight as Coach Jenkins' team. 59-53 a win last night. Steal by the Rams and a layup up and good by Bodie Goodman. Bodie Goodman, rather. Basket will count and a foul on Dowling. They'll get Metten with his 4th and Goodman with his 13th point.
Well, Goodman and Edwards have been just a great combo tonight. Really nice steal that time, and then good concentration on the hard contact there.
Now Goodman, free throw good. That's a rare make for Southeast Polk tonight. They are 3 of 13 from the line. One of the few things they've done wrong. 52-28, the Rams by 30. Largest lead of the night for Southeast Polk. Dowling with the ball. Dowling will play at Hoover Monday night. We'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. Capola for a long 3, or rims out. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk and Trey Lust. The Rams on Monday night will be hosting Iowa City Liberty at 6:15 at the Southeast Polk gym. Southeast Polk girls will be at Des Moines Lincoln on Monday night. Now the Rams with the ball underneath. Shot up and no good. Lust with the rebound. His putback is no good. Out of bounds to Dowling as A.J. Schaefer checks in for the Rams. And Goodman will check out. He's kind of limping. Remember, he took that hard fall in front of the Dowling bleachers.
He's had a couple hard falls tonight, but he's fought through it.
Dowling on a backdoor cut, and Odie's pass tomorrow intercepted and stolen away by Edwards. He gets all the way down court. And now on the ground, a shot up. As the ball is picked up by Lust, his shot is no good, but he drew the foul, and he'll get 2 free throws.
That sort of sums up Dowling's night, Mark. Loose ball, and it just goes to a Southeast Polk player who's right underneath the basket and gets fouled. So it's just been one of those nights, Mark.
It has. Dowling won the first meeting back in December 13th, 62-51, but it's been all Southeast Polk tonight. Everything but free throws. First free throw no good by Lust. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim with you on Game 2 of our Girl-Boy doubleheader on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. And the second free throw is good, so Lust now with 5 points. He's 1 for 4 at the line. 59-28. Rams by 31. Now underneath Dowling with the ball. And a shot up and no good. Foul on Southeast Polk. Carson Robbins has picked up his 4th foul, and free throws coming for Joey Capola, who leads Dowling in scoring with 10 points.
Yeah, he got off to a really hot start, Mark, but in this second half, he's been unable to find that rhythm. Maybe a couple of these free throws will get him back in sync.
Well, Nick Frericks checks in the Dowling lineup, number 23, 5'10 junior. And the second free throw, no good. Rebound Southeast Polk. 4:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Rams by 30 and the basketball. Here's Edwards with it. Riley dribbles right side. Dribble handoff goes to Jamari Williams. Jamari takes it inside. Leaves it for Lust. His shot up and blocked, and fouls called on Dowling. And free throws coming for the Rams.
Yeah, nice diss that time by Jamari Williams. Lust just sitting on that block, and that's the problem. When you can't get penetration stopped, Mark, those are the kind of passes and opportunities that the offense creates.
Lust back at the free throw line where he's 1 for 4 on the evening. First free throw good. Now he's on a roll. He's made 2 in a row. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Mercy One. Second free throw good. He's made 3 in a row, has Trey Lust, the 6'3 junior. Free safety on that state championship football team. And he has 7 points. Now a long 3 by the Maroons. No good by Odie. Rebound Lincoln Cantrell. 4:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 61-29 Southeast Polk. Rams by 32, their largest lead of the night. And we've got a timeout called by head coach Alan Jenkins in his 5th year at Southeast Polk. And, I look at this league, Mike, coming in, and you got to play Waukee Northwest, Waukee, and Valley all twice. The Maroons split with Centennial. They swept Johnston. They split with Ankeny. And we're trying to sweep Southeast Polk, and that didn't happen. The Maroons have 2 more conference games left, one with Urbandale and one with Waukee Northwest, which will be our next, I'll be our next doubleheader on Iowa Catholic Radio. But awful tough to go through this league and the new 9-team CIML.
Well, it just goes to show you. I mean, Mark, you look at those records, you look at Southeast Polk record, and you would think the opposite, that the Southeast Polk team is in the top half of this bracket based on the way they played tonight. And that's just how tough this league is.
Rams are picking up momentum. Mentioned their week this week as they defeated Urbandale 59-56 at Southeast Polk Tuesday night. Last night defeated Hoover 59-53 at Hoover, and they're carrying that on. Here's Cantrell for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound Southeast Polk. Schaefer scraps his way in there, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And this will be on Jackson Trine.
Yeah, Southeast Polk's been able to get a number of offensive rebounds tonight, Mark, and when you're Dowling, you need every break that can go your way. Giving up second chance opportunities is not one of them.
Trine's first free throw is good. Rams are starting to snap out of their free throw woes. They were 2 for 12 at the free throw line through 3 quarters, and they've picked that up here in the second quarter. As I say that, second free throw no good. So they are 5 of 7 at the line here in the fourth quarter as the Maroons with a shot, it's no good. I mentioned Trine in the game for Dowling. Now Kleppe with the steal in the lane and draws the foul. You see number 22 for Dowling, and that's Jackson Trine, who checked in, a 5'11 junior. Also in there, Nick Frericks, 5'10 junior, number 23 for Dowling. Now checking in, Danny Nielsen, 6'4 senior. And free throws coming for Ryan Kleppe. First one up, good. Kleppe tonight with 5 points. 18 fouls on Southeast Polk. That was the front end of a 1-and-1. Dowling with 9 team fouls. 3:37 remaining, fourth quarter. Second free throw good. 6 points now for Ryan Kleppe.
I thought Ryan Kleppe played really hard tonight, Mark. Just a little bit unfortunate. Couldn't get that ball to drop. Had some good looks at it, though.
And sometimes you just got to credit your opponent. The Rams
Absolutely.
came in and they played with momentum. They got down to business on defense. They're hitting shots, and they're scrappy on the boards. Shot in the lane is no good the first time by the Rams, and that was Trey Lust, but he gets the rebound and draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He's had a nice second half here.
3:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lust has hit his last 3 free throws, make it 4 in a row. Since missing his first 3, he's now hit 4 straight. That's how you want to end the game.
Coach Jenkins must have said there's going to be some running if this free throw shooting doesn't improve.
Or free throw practice at 7 a.m. on a Saturday.
Right, Rams have turned it around.
They have. How about Lust? He's hit 5 in a row after missing his first 3. He's got 9 points off the bench. 64-31 Southeast Polk. As the two teams will split the series, and now Frericks for three, top of the key, it's no good. Fight for the rebound. Frericks comes away with it. The Trine missed the three, but Frericks got the rebound, and he'll go to the line. Foul was on Robbins, and he fouls out with 2 points. He'll foul out with 3:06 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, for Southeast Polk, they'll host Iowa City Liberty Monday night at 6:15 in a boys-only contest at Southeast Polk High School. For Dowling, they'll be on the road. That'll be our next broadcast Monday night. Dowling at Hoover. They're saying right around 6:15. We'll go on the air about 6 o'clock from Hoover on Monday. So join, this guy Jimmy Cataldo. What are you doing, Coach? I mean, I think he wants to watch this kid. He's up there. He's back in town. He's bothering Coach Scigliano.
And I would consider it, other than the fact that you said you're going to Hoover.
That's one of your favorite spots.
Well, if you're going to Hoover, you better be in shorts and a T-shirt because it's about 95 degrees in that gym.
Does Courtney Henderson know that that's a very warm temperature? I just want to know.
You should see what the locker room temperature was.
Does he know Alden Skinner? Back in the days of Palmer, if people remember that far.
That's right.
Yeah, they used to crank their gym up. And now Dowling steals the inbounds pass. Here's Frericks with it. Down court, cut off. Leaves it for Odie. Jackson dribbling on the baseline. Maroons reverse the ball, trying with it. Out to Frericks. 2:40 remaining. 64-33 Southeast Polk. Rams playing good defense here. This is Jamari Williams guarding Odie. Underneath Odie, and up and under. His shot no good. The rebound, Southeast Polk. Noah Frank has it stolen away by Frericks. Layup good. Nick Frericks with his 4th point. First field goal. 64-35 Southeast Polk with 2:15 to go.
Nice hustle that time by Frericks, just anticipating that pass.
Rams with the basketball. I'm glad some of the Division III coaches are still awake at this hour, out recruiting hard for their school. This guy Bjorkman, what's how they pronounce his name? Brad Bjorkman.
They're always working.
Well, they were sitting behind us, and I think he was disappointed we didn't get him for our halftime interview, but Trine picks up the foul, and free throws coming for Southeast Polk. And if he's texting me, that means he's left. Jamari Williams at the free throw line. Again, hits another free throw. Does he want recruiting advice? What's he want? Maybe he meant to send this to you, Mr. Swain.
I have a couple stories we could tell about Brad if we need to.
He's taking pictures. 65-35 Southeast Polk, second free throw. Oh, no good. 6 in a row by Lust, and he misses one. 2 minutes to play. Dowling with the ball. Substitutes in. Now corner three by Dowling. It's no good by Jack Jepson. Rebound Southeast Polk in there. Alier Agao, number 33, 6'8" junior for the Maroons. Now they work underneath, and a layup good. Nice job by the Rams. Lust with the basket.
Again, another assist to Jamari Williams. He's been good finding his teammate Lust on that block.
12 points for Lust, and now a turnaround shot in the lane, no good by Jackson Trine. Rebound Southeast Polk. This is A.J. Schaefer with it. Leaves it for Williams. Underneath, the shot blocked by Agao. Alier with the block. Out of bounds to Southeast Polk. The minute 14 to play.
Yeah, good block that time.
Rams inbound the ball. They get it into Williams, or rather Lust. Now out to Schaefer. Now to Lust. Back to Schaefer. AJ with it, has the ball stolen away by Dowling. Trine with the steal. Under a minute to play, 67-35 Southeast Polk. This is Danny Nielsen. Out to Noah Frank, or rather to Jackson Trine for three, and it's good. Trine with his third three of the year. 5'11" junior for the Maroons. 35 seconds remaining, 25 in the shot clock. Rams will have, we think, one final possession, 67-38. And Mike Swim, I'm going to apologize right away because you're going to get a lot of negative press. You know, you come in here, subbing for a guy.
Nice to stop the 3-game winning streak here.
And And I think they're writing the Iowa High School Sports Network about your week at Boys State basketball. What hustle there by Southeast Polk and going into the hallway. I think he's going to the pool. Great hustle there by Southeast Polk, and that was number 23, Grady Brunswig Norris.
That got a standing ovation by the Southeast Polk bench. That was great.
That'll do it. 69-38. The final. Southeast Polk and Dowling split the regular season, and the Rams all in their favor tonight. And we're going to do a quick wrap-up for TV right now, Mike, so we're going to get your comments twice tonight, not on radio but TV. But Southeast Polk led 43-17 over Dowling at halftime, and they outscored Dowling here in the second half, 18-12 here in the fourth quarter. But the Rams came out. That interior passing by Southeast Polk, Dowling did not have an answer defensively for the Rams. Give us a little bit of your perspective of what you saw.
Well, I thought this was sort of the snowball effect, right, Mark? Southeast Polk just played fantastic in that first half. Everything was falling, but they were getting really good spacing. And then on the other end, they were getting stops. They were contesting each one of Dowling's shots, and Dowling in turn couldn't hit, didn't play very well offensively, and it just spiraled out of control if you're a Maroon. And I just thought Southeast Polk played a great team game. Defensively, they had great help. And then offensively, I was really impressed with how they shared the ball. Boy, they would just drive that basket, be able to kick out for threes, and guys doing their jobs. Second half, they really started to work the offensive glass against Dowling. And really, just Dowling had no answer tonight, Mark. Couldn't get baskets to fall, but I didn't think offensively they gave themselves a lot of good opportunities. Just a lot of contested shots. And then defensively, the Dowling Maroons just too much penetration in the paint just led to this sort of onslaught that Southeast Polk had tonight.
Well, Riley Edwards leads the way for Southeast Polk. He had 18 points, all in the first half. He went 0 for 2 at the free throw line in the second half, so maybe that's one thing the Maroons did well in the second half. Bodie Goodman, he was second in scoring. He had 14 points tonight for Southeast Polk. Round out scoring for the Rams as we go to our postgame show on TV, and we're going to say goodbye to our TV audience as we'll go with our postgame show on radio also. But 9 points for Jackson Barton. Off the bench, Trey Less with 12 points for the Rams. And then rounding out scoring for Southeast Polk, A.J. Schaefer off the bench with 6 points. As the Rams went 10 of 23 from the free throw line. I believe Carson Robbins finished with 2 points. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons led in scoring by Davis Sheck with 12 points, 11 points for Joey Capola, 6 points for Ryan Kleppe, 4 points for Nick Frericks, 3 points for Jackson Trine. And then round out scoring for the Maroons, Colin Clark with 2 points. Jackson Odie did not score. Dante Cataldo did not score for the Maroons as Dowling went 9 of 11. Dowling's record falls to 7-8. As their 3-game winning streak has been snapped. Their next game will be at Hoover, and that'll be our next broadcast on Iowa Catholic Radio Monday night, this January 30th. This Monday, 6:15, tip-off will be on there at 6 o'clock from Hoover. For Southeast Polk, their record improves to 5-11, and they now have a 3-game winning streak. Congratulations to head coach Alan Jenkins and the Rams. So, again, the finals tonight as we will say goodbye to our TV audience, and we want to appreciate CISN, Pete Tarpey and the group with Aaron Bandy, Jose Guzman, and Pete. Final score in Game 1, the Dowling girls a winner, 67-36 over Southeast Polk. And the nightcap, it was Southeast Polk boys, 69-38 over Dowling. For Mike Swaim, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight for CISN.TV, and we'll return with more on the radio side of Iowa Catholic Radio after this 2-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.